Today's reading is kind of a follow-up on a previous reading, and this was a requested topic. The topic of today is how best to use your gifts and talents to better your life and the world at large. Thank you for the person who requested this topic. It ended up going like really deep, okay? Red to filth is how I would describe this energy. I'm gonna go ahead and go over like the divination that I channeled, and then I'm gonna go back actually and rewatch pile 1 to that reading, and then we'll jump into the cards because I want to tap into that energy again, connect to that, and then we'll jump into the cards. But first, let's go over what I channeled. So there will be 3 piles today to choose from, and you can go ahead and skip to that part if you want to, but these notes here that I channeled, they apply to everybody, so everybody can stay for this intro part, this little foreword, and hear what was channeled for this. Today's reading pertains to pile 1 of the video, what energy do you exude? Okay, so if you chose pile 1 in that video, we're connecting to that, and we're taking the next step in this energy, okay? The requested questions pertain to how best to use your gifts in your work, stepping fully into your power because it's time, how you can best employ your light in the world, and what work your light does. I wanted to cover that. It was requested, and we will get into guidance outside of communication you may have had with your guides on how best to use these gifts and talents, not just in your life, but in the world at large, and how best to just use your gifts in general. While I was just taking notes on the request, it came to me that you are highly connected to your pets. You have emotional and spiritual support pets, okay, and you've always had that, and specifically what I was picking up on for those who are here is a cat. And you're being called to connect to your pets and roots and ancestors, okay? And when I got this message, 8:20 was on my timer, so 8, 2, 8:20, and 10 can be significant numbers for you or numbers of confirmation. You're being guided at this moment in response to, this question. How best can you employ your gifts in the world and, within yourself and without yourself, like externally and internally? Symbolically, you're being pushed to go deep sea fishing alone. And I got the image of you like on a shrimp boat. Okay, so like not specifically on a shrimp boat, but like the way that those boats look. So like a small boat, like a Jaws boat. Your energy can be described as a slow rolling wave. Constant, unmovable yet moving, and it's unmovable by others. And I heard, hers, not yours. It belongs to Mother Nature and abides obediently. This is your energy. It was mentioned in this comment, and I thought this was so relevant to this energy, but it's very hard to hold so much light but attract so much darkness and manipulation. I was hearing, and I just want to send everybody who's here so much love and just any protection that you need from anything negative. I was hearing in response to you feel like you're so much light and you attracting so much darkness and manipulation, I was hearing moments with Mo. Moments with Mo was coming through like as I was channeling, and I was hearing them say Ashe, and I was kind of feeling the energy of like there being a message on Moments with Mo's page for you. So I wanted to discuss the ways that these dark energies make an effort to manipulate you and hold you down and hold you back. I wanted to do this to shed light in order to empower you and disempower the darkness. Okay? So the ways in which dark energies make an effort to manipulate you and hold you down, hold you back, they do so through addictions, making you tired, making you feel the energy of laziness, lounge, making you wait, and it's even better if they've gotten you in a position where you're just outright stuck. The way that the dark energies make an effort to manipulate you, hold you down, hold you back includes also, projecting a low self-image onto you. So they may discuss your look, your smell, your presentation, your weight, your hair, your size. I was getting as well, they may have names that they call you to unflatter you and put you down. These are things that they would say are jokes. I was getting like, even, it extends beyond emotional and psychological quote unquote jokes. These aren't jokes, they're aggressions. I got the image of someone that was like tripping someone as a joke to that person. Like the person tripping them was saying it's a joke, but obviously the person who got tripped didn't feel that way. And what I got basically is like, this person may even extend to physical bullying, but they don't recognize it as bullying at all. They may even think they're someone who stands up to bullies, but they have unchecked emotions, so they don't realize when they're bullying others. Other ways that these dark energies make an effort to manipulate you, choke you. Wow, I don't know why that came out. That's not what I wrote down. Okay, you guys, hold you down, hold you back. I was just gonna say, when choke came out, that's interesting, because I was actually thinking idly as I was reading about how I was about to go over all my channeling notes. This whole page and a half, okay, so like from here down, and then this whole next page is just the ways that they try to manipulate you, hold you down, hold you back. Okay, that's all that this channeling is. And then we have this next page. This is like all pertaining to you and like what you need to know. And then we'll jump into the cards. But like, just to make it very clear, like it's not in your head. It's almost pervasive and like omnipresent. And I'm getting like the Wizard of Oz narrator is like how pervasive and omnipresent this dark energy is in your life and trying to stop you, hold you back, hold you down, annihilate you. I'm hearing. Like, it's very present, okay? I can feel, like, your strength beneath its weight. You're going to, like, crush them upwardly, okay? They're like a black putty that's, like, trying to just mold around you. And I just see, like, a fist coming through and, like, shattering this putty. It thinks like scientifically and laws of the universe say this putty can't shatter, but like I literally see this putty shattering as you like come through. Okay, so like basically what that's telling me is like when you have your breakthrough moment, it's going to devastate this energy in like unnatural ways, in ways that are unnatural to it. It's going to respond in unnatural ways to your breakthrough. Okay, so another way that this dark energy or energies make an effort to manipulate you is by making you irritated. Your natural energy feels like a calm ocean wave that's like rolling in motion. Theirs feels like a bad storm. Okay, so some more ways that they try to manipulate you is by undermining your efforts. Emotional and psychological abandonment. Basically, pretty much everything except for physical, and it may have gotten to the point where they physically abandon you, but I'm getting like it's everything but physical, and I heard, you can't say I wasn't there for you because I was. But emotionally and psychologically, they were absent, despite a physical presence. So this absence of theirs, like this emotional and psychological absence of theirs, brought you closer to yourself and spirit. And they even went as far as attacking this. This was sort of like the last straw I'm hearing. Like this was like the last straw on the camel's back, or I'm just hearing like, I'm getting like the image of a rope that's like tearing apart and it's holding on by a string, and like that was the last string that like separated these two ends of the rope. But they even went as far as attacking your connection to self and spirit, which you became very strong with because, well, it's hard to describe, but basically like once you were there, you solidified a connection with yourself and spirit, so it was like more unmovable and unshakable than before. Anyways, so they wanted to disturb. This was an effort. Like when they attacked yourself and your spirit and like your connection with spirit and your connection with yourself, that time that the last thread of the rope snapped, that was an effort to disturb the root chakra of your soul in that moment. They wished to make you fear for your safety, your security, and they did so by attacking your sanity. You are protected, and their attempt was too feeble. So at this moment, you're fine, but it happened nonetheless, and you witnessed the ripple in the water. Okay, you were disturbed by this effort of theirs. You are water, deep sea water, and they are the storm. Okay, that's just a reminder. Other ways in which these dark energies try to make an effort to manipulate you, hold you back, hold you down, is by having you do busy work, keeping you distracted. And one of the things that came up very heavily was cleaning and chores and tasks. And I just got cooking that came up earlier too. It's almost like I just got like cooking as a child. Cooking as a child for your family. So one of the busy work and distractions that they have you do is cleaning, chores, task, okay? Cooking, maybe like giving you tasks before they were yours. I got the image of Cinderella cleaning. Cinderella's transformation is significant to you, okay? And pumpkin symbolism may be significant to you. And fall as a symbol of timing and fall as a symbol of change. Also, fairy godmother and having one, animals as guardians, and nature working in your favor / for you. These are things that are relevant to you, your energy, and your timeline. Other things they do to try to manipulate you, hold you down, hold you back, okay? And just as a reminder, okay, because I don't want you to wallow, and I'm sure you're at the point where you're like, you don't need to wallow either. This is just to shed light so that you are empowered and they are disempowered, okay? Because when you objectify things, exactly, they're objectified. You can step back from them, okay, and meditate on it more. You can remain in a meditative state more. Okay. So the other things they do are telling bad stories about you to others, even lies, even. Okay, making you believe. Believe is underlined. Okay, so this is like a belief system you live by, like Cinderella cleaning. And I heard the sisters as I was getting this part, I heard the sisters mockingly say Cindy, but like no one calls her Cindy, and it's Cinderella. Okay, they're gonna see that. Right now they can afford to be in denial because of your position, but your transformation is inevitable with time. Inevitable with time. They may also encourage you to eat poorly and not take care of yourself. And I heard relax in like a manipulative tone. I also got that they may do this even while secretly making efforts themselves to eat better and take care of their bodies. I saw exercising in secrecy, and I heard wants to make you cry and revenge body. Other things they do are dirtying your environment, adding clutter. Opposite day with them is how it feels. Okay, I got the energy of Jekyll and Hyde with their energy. Like how they tell you to relax when that's the opposite of what they're trying to get you to do. And when they call you Cindy as a measure to undermine, they say it in an endearing way, but it's not endearing. They want to come off as someone who takes the high road, but they are not. They attempt to present as morally superior, but they are flatly morally corrupt. They try to make you feel small and unimportant. They may address you condescendingly. They gaslight and outright will lie about their efforts and involvement, giving your illumination on the matters. Okay, they may even act shocked and appalled and heartbroken. But they've cried wolf too many times, and you feel apathetic towards them at times. This morning, as I was channeling, there was this episode of Foghorn Leghorn coming on, it was on my TV, and I've never seen this episode, but it was like an episode with Foghorn Leghorn and Foghorn Leghorn's mother and this baby little chicken hawk, okay, and they're chickens, and chicken hawks eat chickens, okay. This little baby chicken hawk like lands near them somehow, and Foghorn Leghorn and is like, I'm gonna trick this chicken hawk so it doesn't eat us, and then also we're gonna get it to live like us and be like us, and we're gonna trick it to think it's like us. It's a chicken, not a chicken hawk. And the mother convinces Foghorn Leghorn that this is gonna, like, it's a plan, it's a soundproof plan. But she's really just like echoing. She doesn't know any better, like, herself. She's just echoing himself back to him. And that was relevant. Okay, so like basically Foghorn Leghorn and his mother are the manipulative energies here for you, and you're the chicken hawk. Foghorn Leghorn and his mother are trying to trick the chicken hawk into being like them and thinking he's like them, and not being, you know, you're like a natural predator to these energies and entities. They're trying to make you think you're like them and you are them and you live like them and you exist like them, so that they aren't the ones that are eliminated from this timeline. They're on your timeline right now, like with you, essentially, trying to resist erasure. So Foghorn Leghorn and his mother are manipulative energies that are showing up in this timeline for you as like symbolism, okay? And Daffy Duck as well. You're showing up as the chicken hawk, and also Bugs Bunny, who is naturally successful. Daffy Duck is, you know, their energy. And I heard this line of Daffy Duck that was coming through, okay? This line actually makes me crack up. So this may be someone that you actually share a lot of laughs with despite this energy. They may be like a comedic figure, or you once shared a lot of laughs with them. Okay, but I heard Daffy Duck coming through at this point in the channeling out of sheer honesty. He's trying to get Bugs Bunny to like tell on himself so that Daffy Duck can like use it against him. So Daffy Duck is saying, out of sheer honesty, just tell me. But he's obviously not interested in honesty. You know, this is coming back to that high road that this person uses. They're not morally superior, but they may use, like, morals to manipulate. You know, and even that is, like, that goes to show how morally corrupt they are. They use morals as a means of manipulation. Daffy Duck, and so this energy of yours that you're dealing with is selfish. And, you know, his schemes backfire. This energy that you're involved with may try to use like your own moral code to manipulate you. But this for you has just meant like healthy boundaries. Okay, so that's all the ways that I channeled. This energy is like trying to slow you down, stop you, hold you down, hold you back, manipulate you. You know, I'm getting the image of like they are like, they're like with a fire hose running ahead of you, and you're on like this dirt track, and they're like trying to like muddy the water up, and you're like sludging through like this track, and they're like trying to muddy it. You're like up to your knees in this mud, okay? It feels like quicksand or something, and like they're trying to muddy your path ahead of you. At this point, you see them. Like at this point, they used to be like you didn't see them doing this, and you didn't know that they were doing it. You didn't see them with their hose. Now you see the path. You see the water. You see the mud. You see them. You see them doing it. You know, and now they're just kind of desperate to do it. They're doing it in front of you. They're doing it in front of you now, is what I'm getting. And like, you're still trudging. Now they know you know you're trudging, and they're even more frantic. You know, I'm getting the image of like, again, just, or like the energy of Donald Duck sort of incessantly, you know, going after Bugs Bunny. It never ends. It's like, it doesn't matter. They see you. They're still stuck in this, like, this loop of like trying to catch you, basically. But coming to your energy though, you may have dealt with or deal with over the years, okay, throughout life, congestion, runny nose. This is a spiritual cycle, okay? It's physical symptoms, but there's a spiritual implication to this, and it's that you need to learn to breathe. Okay? Spirit is wanting you to slow down intentionally. Take your time. The rush that you feel is the internalization of their wiredness. Slow down even though it seems counterintuitive. And I heard slow is smooth, smooth is fast, okay? And I'm pretty sure that is a Marine saying, okay? And it's like the Marines, the U.S. Marine Corps showing up in this reading, this is your energy, okay? You're showing up as like the best of the best, okay? In like a military way. And it's because this is spiritual warfare. Okay, I literally heard "oorah" when I got to this part, okay, which is like a U.S. Marine Corps battle cry. You're being told by Spirit, okay, to drink, eat, sleep, water, okay? It purifies, it sanctifies, it elevates, it consecrates, okay? So drink it, swim in it, shower in it, bathe. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure to linger in your showers and self-care in general. Linger in luxuriation of the self, of yourself. Linger in luxuriation of yourself. Ooh, I just felt them get mad about that. It's funny. It's I don't mean like, I'm not like, I wouldn't go to this show and watch it. It's a joke. I'm saying I can't believe they're irritated by this. It's funny. Just focus on yourself. But if you don't know about water and like its molecular structure, water changes molecular structure like when you speak to it, when it hears music, okay? So you can manifest change onto the molecular structure of water, okay? You can do it with your drinking water as you hold it. You can do it in the showers as you're standing in it. You can do it in lakes, rivers, oceans, seas as you're swimming. You can manifest change onto the molecular structure of water, and then it can manifest change back onto the molecular structure of you, because we are water. We are majority water, okay? So drink, sleep, live, water, okay? Drink, sleep, eat, live, manifestation. Basically, you manifest change onto it manifests change back onto you. And okay, you receive that. So just be mindful of this and be more mindful of mindfulness in general, okay? And breathing will help you do that very deeply. Other tools I was called to tell you about, okay, is to get a bell, okay? And let me actually go get my bell. Here's my bell. I don't know, it brings me a lot of joy. It's just something that brings me a lot of joy. And you can get like super cute and fancy bells. But anyways, I just go through, especially in corners of rooms or in dark spaces, and I'll just chime this thing off. I feel called to just chime you guys. So yes, bells to clear energy out. Okay, bells clear out low vibes. And also humming as a tool. Humming out loud and even humming in your head to overpower low vibrations, low energies as they're attempting to overpower you. Okay, and I found out something interesting as I was humming in my head one time, and it's that I can't hum in my head without having to take a breath. And it's interesting because I don't have to take a breath when I like go on huge rants in my head. But when I hum in my head, I have to stop to take a breath. The summation of all this, okay, or a summarization of all this is Spirit is telling you to breathe, slow down, and drink water, be in water, and just be. And also, I got the image, and I do this actually myself, but I got the image at this point in my meditation of standing in a shower stream for as long as you can, minutes, and breathing, like inside of the water. And like forcing yourself to stand in that uncomfortability, and also getting to the point where you can breathe inside of the water stream. As a way to calm yourself and as a way to like familiarize yourself with the energy of water. Like, it's actually there to protect you, but you may be in a state where you're fearful of it at this moment. And drowning, or the feeling of drowning, you know, that may be a significant, this is coming up just now. It's really interesting. Drowning and the feeling of drowning, like, you're like, I'm getting like, you're like a mermaid, a siren that's been made to be fearful of drowning. Okay, and I'm coming back to that chicken hawk that landed in Foghorn Leghorn's lap, in his mother's lap. Okay, and it's like, there's some system of belief here that is like inherently yours that you've been made to fear. Okay, so in today's reading, we're going to, and we just went over the channeling. There's a little bit more here to do, but after we finish up this, we're going to go over messages from the cards. We're going to go through some charms for confirmation and signs you can watch for. The last channeling messages that we have here is, there is this song coming through, and I think it's Magdalena's Bay. I'm not sure, but I will link that here. And it's called Image, I believe. Specifically, this line that goes, so high, 21 more minutes, I would need your brand new image. So there's something about 21 more minutes, feeling like you're waiting for something that you started and like is inevitable to come. Like, you're waiting for this, you know it's happening. It's like in this in the music video, I think she's like downloading a CD or something, and it says 21 more minutes or something like that. I think that I can't remember, but I'm not totally sure. Also, not just I can't remember, but I'm also not totally sure. And but it's like, it doesn't really matter though, because it's just how it's coming through right now. It's like, basically, you started downloading the CD, you know the CD is going to download, but you're waiting 21 more minutes, 22 more minutes. It's like, you know, it feels so long. And also the line, need your brand new image. It's like you're waiting on a brand new image of yourself. And the ooh part, like, ooh, so high. It, like, you know, it reminded me of a werewolf, like, calling out under a full moon. It's like you're crawling in. You are crawling in. That's interesting. You're calling in your crowd. You're calling in your crowd right now, and there's, you know, you're doing so under the full moon. And I also got in the background here, environmentally, okay, Tweety Bird and Sylvester. The lines, I thought I saw a pretty cat. I did. It's like, that's coming back to that, like, gaslighting energy. It's like, you may have really had to defend yourself, but, like, Mother Universe, okay, not just like Mother Earth, it's like Mother Nature. Mother Universe is like your granny right now, coming to whoop that cat. Okay, coming to whoop Sylvester. Okay, and on the show, he's called a peeping Tom. Okay, so there's an energy here for you of being monitored, maybe against your will or without your knowledge. Your guides wanted to let you know, if you didn't already, okay, and this is our last channeling before we jump into our cards, that they send you feathers, okay, as a sign of their presence and with message, okay, they contain messages, but also it's just a sign of their presence, and you can identify the feathers and whatnot to get more, like, clarity on the specifics. Okay, wow. Let me stop and watch the video. I wanted to watch the video to kind of touch back into that energy again, and then we will come back to the cards, okay? Okay, I went back and watched pile 1 of that video to just get back in touch with that energy, and I wanted to say I missed over this from our channeling notes earlier, but I was also picking up Lilo and Stitch, and particularly Stitch, and that's why I have them out here. Stitch is your energy, okay, and I thought it was relevant to him as an experiment as well. That felt relevant here. So we're moving into the card reading portion of this tarot reading. There are going to be 3 piles to choose from, okay, and I have 3 symbols that came to mind as far as, like, what each pile will be represented by, okay? The symbols are, for pile 1, deep forest tree frog, for pile 2, red panda, and for pile 3, a white horse / unicorn. I will see you guys at your pile. Bye. Hello, pile 1. If you chose pile 1, then you selected the deep forest tree frog in relation to this reading. Before we jump into your energy a little bit more, I just wanted to get some confessions and confessions and curses. So we have a silent confessions deck here and a deck of curses. We'll see which ones pertain to you and messages from the dark energy in your life. I noticed half of this deck is like upside down, so that's interesting. Okay, so this is I wanted to jump into this first because the manipulative energy in this reading took a large portion of the divination, okay? And if you were there for the foreword, then you know it was quite long, like 30 minutes or so, and most of it was just going over the ways in which this dark energy seeks to manipulate, hold you down, hold you back, okay? So we're going to get some silent confessions from them, some word on the curse in this energy, and then we'll move through the cards and get into your energy, okay? I want to leave this behind very quickly, but just for the point of illumination and empowerment, we will go over this and then we'll jump into the other cards, okay? So let me just pause myself real quick and let me get like my notes. I'll be right back. Okay, we're just gonna keep our notes here because honestly, this is a huge reading, quite hefty. Like, I kind of got drained as I was going through cycles of feeling energy and drained, and like that might actually be relevant to your energy. You may feel huge, and I'm just getting like a roller coaster that's stuck on a circle. It's like pits of energies all the way up to like the highest elevation possible. It's like energy just cycling through that. But let's get into silent confessions from the manipulative energy in your life, okay? Silent confessions from the manipulative energy in your life. What do they truthfully have to say? Interesting. You are my best friend. I am committed to us. On the bottom, I wasn't fair to you. So it's like this person won't admit that they weren't fair. They only want to focus on, you're my best friend, I'm committed to us. I'm hearing that may be agitating to you because they won't acknowledge like the wrong that's been done. This person is like a Mad Hatter, I'm feeling, okay? Like exists within a container of insanity is how I'm hearing it. I'm being called to pull some of these as well. Just right now. What's the truth of silent confessions from this person? I'm hoping you won't mind helping me with something. Keep your guard up. We aren't friends and I have a hostile attitude. It's interesting because if you were here for the foreword, something that this person does, they have like a Jekyll and Hyde energy, okay? And it's like, so I'm getting actually from this small favor, it's like they actually want to ask a very, very big favor. Okay, and this is landing on, I feel like the big favor is you remaining committed to them even though they weren't fair to you and won't acknowledge that they weren't fair to you. Yeah, we have deceit, future coming out. Okay. I have ill intentions and may be planning on deceiving you. Our paths are destined to align, though the purpose may still be unclear. So there's some element, you know, I want to say like there's karma, but I don't necessarily mean like you owe karma or you are owed something. Like it's, you don't have a debt, a karmic debt. That's not what I'm getting, but it's like karma, as in like energetic lessons, are unfolding. Okay. We have here the curse of regret. Plagues you with thoughts of past mistakes. Curse of rejection. Ensures others will push you away. Curse of despair. Fills you with hopelessness and sorrow. Curse of obsession. Fixates your mind on a single consuming thought. Curse of deception. Warps the truth, leading to lies and deceit. I'm hearing projection of a fantasy. Curse of nightmares. Haunt your sleep with terrifying and vivid dreams. I'm getting they are made to stay up at night with the anguish of their thoughts and their actions. Curse of despair. They can't escape the things that they've already done. That's what the issue is. Engulfs you in deep, unrelenting sorrow. Curse of oblivion. Okay, and this is bringing me back to that curse of madness. It's like, I'm getting, in Jekyll and Hyde, their energy came through as Jekyll and Hyde in like the, while I was meditating. We talked about that in the foreword. Curse of oblivion. Ensures your existence, erases your existence, leaving no trace behind. I'm getting like, you're going to ascend past this energy, okay, to the point that it's annihilated on your timeline, okay? It's not necessarily that this energy just is annihilated out of the universe and ceases to exist. It just doesn't exist in the way that you have to acknowledge it, because it's not on your timeline around you. It's nothing around, it's not around you. Curse of failure. Ensures the collapse of your endeavors and projects. Curse of vanity. Blinds you with excessive pride and self-obsession. Curse of sloth. Drains your energy and will to act. Curse of silence. Strips away your voice and ability to communicate. Ooh, and this actually, I was channeling all morning, like as soon as I woke up, because I went to bed last night deciding that this is the reading I was going to do today. So like as soon as I woke up, I slept really peacefully, and then as soon as I woke up, the only thing that happened all morning and until I started the reading was messages from spirit. Like the only thing that happened was messages. Okay. One of the things that I meant to say in the foreword, but so as I got to the point of meditating, I was like writing down everything that I had come to me, but I didn't catch everything. And one of the things that I missed earlier was how this energy and the way that it tries to manipulate you is by telling you how you're allowed to sound, what you're allowed to say, how you're allowed to appear, how you're allowed to show up, what you're allowed to look like. Curse of silence. Strips away your voice and ability to communicate. So I just want to say, holy cow, first of all, I've never seen this amount of curses come through. You're joking me. You're joking me right now. It's 13 curses, y'all. Curse of madness, curse of regret, rejection, despair, obsession, deception, nightmare, despair. 2 despairs. Okay. Oblivion, sloth, vanity, failure, silence. 2 despairs. The first despair fills you with hopelessness and sorrow. Engulfs you in a deep, unrelenting sorrow. Oh. So this is this is karma is what this is. This person was a black magic practitioner. They wished and sought to put every single one of these curses onto you, and now they are bearing the weight of them solely on themselves, okay? And it's this despair, the reason it's showing up twice and slightly different is because the first time it came around was when they tried to do the black magic on you, okay? And they were just trying to get you to internalize despair. And now despair, they wish all they were facing, okay, which this isn't that great, but they wish all they were facing was internalized despair. Now it is within and outside of them. They can't escape it, not inside or outside of themselves. It engulfs them. But they have now all of these curses, they carry them with them. And because of this, they've been driven to madness, okay, insanity. Okay, moving on to your energy. Okay, so let's see first your light. Okay, what your light does for others, what it does for yourself, and what it does for others. What does your light do for yourself and others? Okay, those who chose the tree frog. You connect others to their imagination. Okay, you connected this person once, and you still do very heavily, but you are getting to the point where, you know, if you were there in the foreword, I believe this was in the foreword, if not here, it's like the rope that you guys were once one rope, and it's like it got to the point where from tension and you know, recklessness, the rope like got to the point where it's just holding on by one string, and the last string was where they attached your connection to yourself and your connection to your spirit. That was the last thread that snapped and separated you into two pieces rather than one. Okay. You're like a mother figure. Okay. You offer, you're like a heaving, I just heard heaving breast, but really I'm just getting like I just saw like a big breasted bird. Okay. And it's like in a motherly sense, it's like, you know, and I saw opera singing as well. Okay. And like, it's like you are bird song in the morning, and also you bring worms to people as they come to you. People are like chicks in the nest. You bring worms to them, and also you sing them like bird song. Okay. So you're like a mother bird with like a big heaving chest. That's like the energy that's coming through. So it's like you offer sincerity, imagination. You connect people to their dreams. You offer heartfelt, like I'm hearing like heartfelt heart space, sympathy, empathy. You are connected to like the occult, the mysteriousness of nature. Okay, deep feelings within yourself and like outside of yourself. You're connected to the depths of life. And you connect people to the depths of life and to the depths of themselves. This card, Queen of Cups, okay, you're essentially, the key word here is nurturing, okay? Nurturing and nurturing and being a wise figure, you know, having insights and offering insight to people. And it's like you've had to get to a point where your mission is to speak that insight. Okay, we have Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, so this is underlying energy is clarity, victory, success, clear thinking, intellectual abilities, new plans, breakthroughs, logic, authority. Okay, you're meant to step into like a position of your own like leadership right now. Okay, that will lead you to success. You're 6 of Wands. Okay, you like riding into the crowd, a crowd of well-wishers like in the spotlight. This person that's like asking you, this energy that's like asking, you need to like snip, you need to acknowledge that that rope has broken, and you know, it just, I'm just hearing it just is what it is. But you know, and then wow, it's like recognizing is going to lead you to your recognition. Recognizing is going to lead you to your recognition moment. Okay, you are due for a moment of recognition, and it's like you, but there's things you need to recognize. You need to acknowledge the ways in which you are mistreated, because it's like, as long as you are small favoring, you know, you're like essentially sweeping things under the rug for people. You're carrying their burden and their baggage. It's weighing you down while they're like elevated and all loose and loosey-goosey. I'm hearing, you know, they're like flittering. I'm seeing butterflies in a field, and I'm also seeing like the jellyfish fields on SpongeBob. It's like they're able to just float like peacefully, you know, while you're carrying the weight of their baggage. That's why you need to acknowledge this. It's because when you acknowledge it and then they have to acknowledge it, you, first of all, you can't unbaggage yourself of someone else's baggage, okay? So first of all, you need to give this baggage to the right person, and then only they can deal with that baggage. So if they want to do something with it differently, they can, but like the only thing you can do for them is hold it, and that's just unjust. It's not yours to hold, it's theirs to hold and do something with, okay? It's their consequences of their choices. So you can't fix anything for them, and you can't change anything for them. And also, the longer that you hold this, the longer you will be made malleable, like, to things that aren't the things that you didn't wish for, okay? It's like you will be made to bend and break for things that you didn't wish for. So you have to hand this baggage and this burden to its belonging party. In asking what guidance you haven't received yet but you need, okay, we get the Hierophant. This is, I just heard like double down on your feminine energy, okay? And we got the 5 here, okay? So it's like, this is going to perhaps be there's going to be some element of change. Some element of air, okay? And I'm feeling like wind come through, and it's like maybe you have to think on your feet, think quickly, and also be as fluid for change as air is. This card reads, I choose which traditions I embrace and which I don't. Oh, no, it reads, I choose which traditions I embrace and how I do it. This is beyond just you saying what's for you and what's not for you. This is you saying what's for you and how you do it, okay? And how you get to it. We have the Hierophant as, you know, there's coming up, I'm just hearing luxury again, self-care, deepening your connection with the feminine. Okay, we have Taurus, Venus, Libra showing up. I just heard, don't be so eager to build, eager beaver, just be. Okay? Don't be so eager to build, eager beaver, just be. That's masculine energy, eager beaver. Okay, just be. Just be feminine. Just receive then is what that means, okay? Just be open and open to receive. I've been saying this thing so recently. I feel called to share it with you guys. I've been saying, I believe in miracles. I believe in and am open to receiving miracles. I believe in and am open to receiving my most abundant day yet. Spirit, show me a miracle. The key words on this card are traditional institutions, traditional values, conventional, conformity, marriage, commitment, religion, beliefs, knowledge, sharing, social groups, education, knowledge, hierarchy, conservatism, and guidance. What's interesting is like all these words, and you would think, you know, hierarchy, you would think all these words, there's an arbitrary energy to this, but there isn't. I'm actually getting like a very out of the box energy, and it's coming back to I choose which traditions I embrace and how I do it. It's like hierarchy, conservatism, knowledge, guidance, commitment, marriage, conformity, traditional values. It's like all these things though are of the self. So it's like in that way, you're in the ways that you're actually like revolutionary in the ways that you're conventional right now. Like the ways in which you're conventional are that you're asking for a commitment to something. You're asking for a conformity. You're asking yourself to conform to something, okay? The need for something, okay? And there's a hierarchy to this way. There's a way to be guided through it, okay? There's a routine and a structure to it. So in those ways, you could think all of this is arbitrary, but it's actually like so revolutionary, because who and what you're doing all of this for is the self. And then in the self, the all. That's how you're actually gonna rise above like this scenario where someone wasn't fair for you. Like you're gonna rise above it and leave it in the past. It's like, I just heard, it's like these bags that you once carried that were someone else's, they became the bricks that it's like these tattered bags you built into bricks, and now you're building pillars, and you've built a foundation, and you're building like this huge, you've built columns, and it's like, you're building a structure around you, much like, the image here on the card. The Hierophant is surrounded by pillars. Your emotions, I'm just hearing like your emotions are incredibly strong right now. We have the Six of Cups coming out, okay? Return to one's roots, heart chakra, the sun, Scorpio. This card deals with childhood memories, nostalgia, reunions, playfulness, youthfulness. I'm hearing return to your past, return to something in your past, and there's a gift waiting for you in your memories. Something you remember is waiting to re-gift you, okay, with like happiness. You'll stumble upon this playfully, okay? An energy of innocence, playfulness, youthfulness, creativity, kind-heartedness, charity, support. You are returning to your roots right now, and like I'm hearing it's a concerted effort. I'm not sure what that means. We have the High Priestess underneath the deck here. So the High Priestess, she deals with intuition, inner knowing, trusting self, being connected to spirit guides, discovering your truth, things that are yet to be revealed. But what fell on the floor there? Where'd that go? It was, okay, here it is. Two of Swords in reverse. Discovering your truth. This comes after indecision, delays, seeing the truth, lies being exposed, tension being released, change being resisted, and decisions being forced. Your truth is that you felt trapped, confined. You're discovering the ways in which you were limiting yourself. And there were many, but they were imposed projections that you internalized. You found that you lacked direction, but you needed release, but you did release, okay? You let go. You were waiting for perspective. There's two paths ahead of you. Spirit is wanting you to know that the grass is always greener on the other side. Right now, you're deciding to stay somewhere or go somewhere. You're waiting, anticipating, and restless. Withdrawn and feeling a sense of wanderlust. So the two paths here, one path, okay, commits you to this feeling of being trapped, and that path has ego conflicts, uncooperative, wasted efforts, disregard for expertise, frustration, and discord. The other path, committing yourself to your High Priestess path. Okay, so discovering your truth after a truth was exposed, that path. On that path, you will find mental strength. You will awaken. You will rejoin the ward. You rejoin the ward. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny because one of the things, that's funny because the defining moment for you, like the snap of the rope, was them attacking your connection to self and spirit, which came after they abandoned you emotionally and psychologically. Basically everything except for physically. The energy was, you can't say I wasn't there for you, but it's like everything but physically you weren't there. You did what you had to, the bare minimum, so that you could say, you can't say I wasn't there, but like they weren't there emotionally or physically, and like you connected to yourself in spirit because of that. That is the truth that was exposed, and then it's like they tried to make, when you connected to spirit, they tried to make you feel like you were insane. And so when it was funny for me to say you're gonna join the world mistakenly as you're gonna rejoin the ward. You know, it's like, it's just there. It doesn't matter. It's like, I'm so glad you're leaving this cycle, honestly, because even after your success comes, these people are going to be in their Mad Hatter energy. Like, they're crazy. They're still going to be pitching their story, their side of the story. You are in new beginnings with good news, and you're physically starting something. Creative spark, new initiative, finding a new passion. You have enthusiasm, and you've accepted a challenge. Okay, you're getting in the game of some sort. Oh, I was like, where did my questions go? They're underneath here. Okay, so I feel good with that here. Let me see what else Your truth is honesty. I will be truthful and transparent. Transparency is even deeper than honesty, okay? And you seek transparency, and you embody transparency, and you put that into the world. I will be truthful and transparent in interactions, and in all interactions, even when it may be difficult. Okay, there's a strength here to like the energy of like you doing the hard thing, you saying the hard thing when it's what matters most. I've never pulled from this deck before. My thumb's getting tired, like shuffling through the deck, but you guys, let me just pop that real quick and keep going. Okay, so I'm pulling from this deck. This is the first time I've ever used this deck. You guys, I'm so excited. It's called the Literary Witch's Oracle. Okay, I felt very called to this for today. So we have coming out for you Gertrude Stein and Toni Morrison, and for some reason I feel compelled to tell you that like maybe looking up a short bio of these women would be helpful to you. Gertrude Stein reads, okay, and this is her card. Perspective, making sense, frames, new ways of seeing. Gertrude Stein. Oh, here's a little bio. Okay, never mind, guys. About having to look it up. I'll just read it to you. 1874 to 1946. So 3, 2, 32, and 23 may be significant numbers to you. Hosted a popular Paris salon, home to a staggering collection of modern art and famous visitors, amongst them Picasso, Hemingway, F. Scott Fitzgerald, and so on. Influenced by the radical painters she supported, Stein set out to create cubism in writing. She stripped her poems of narrative and logic, playing instead with spatial relationships and process. She shared her life with her romantic partner and secretary, Alice B. Toklas. Or Toklas. Toklas. I'm not sure, you guys. But I'm feeling called to tell you, perhaps you should read some of her poems. Now, with Toni Morrison, this is her card here. Okay, and then after we read this, I'm actually going to stop before we get any more cards and add us a new candle. Toni Morrison reads power, owning power, seizing power, powers at play. Ooh, Power's at play in seizing power. Seizing power. I really felt that. You know, you're being called to seize the moment. Carpe diem. Carpe diem. No American writer is more honor-laden than Regal Toni Morrison, born 1931. 4, 5, 45, and 54 may be significant numbers to you. 1 and 4 again. So 4 very, very significant. But who was born to a working class family in Lorraine, Ohio, a frequent setting for her epic novels of Black experience. Her most famous work, Beloved, has become required reading, but wave that unjust homework aura away. Seek this novel for the haunted story it is, a deeply spooky and moving book about a vengeful baby ghost. Ooh, that's interesting. A vengeful baby ghost. You know, that might be something about your energy. Ooh, and I'm noticing on her card here, there's like, you know, there's like a ghost girl in the spilt milk. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna go change out our candle here and then I'll be back. You are joking, you guys. That wanted to flip out, but it didn't. I was just curious to see what it was. It was Toad. That's just confirmation here. We're here in the right spot at the right place. That's always true for you. You can believe that. You know, you can believe you are always in the right place at the right time. I'm getting like, you know, you can know that retrospectively to calm yourself down about things that have happened to you because you have the hindsight, but you can feel calm knowing that's true too about the future. You are like an expert on what black magic practitioners are doing, but you don't practice black magic is what I'm doing, but is what I'm getting. But you know, it's like that has allowed you to be like a praying mantis. You know, you're able to strike like before you're able to strike and strike so quickly people don't even see the strike. Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting. We have coming out, house, and knife. What the heck? Y'all, that was scary. I like put it here. That's not my shadow. I was like, what is that? It looks like a human was there, like, I don't know. I have like a puffy mic behind. I have a separate, that's interesting. I have a separate camera set up in front of this camera. Okay, like behind it because I was going to record with that, but it's just sitting there now, like watching this thing idly. It's not recording. And it's like, you know, that's just actually touching into the energy of this, which is you are someone who is monitored. You have dealt with like energetic blocks, energetic walls. Okay, that's what you're overcoming. House keywords read stability, stagnation, family. Knife keywords are intention, conflict, resolution. I was asking the question, how can you best employ, you know, utilize your gifts and talents in the world and for yourself? And what's interesting is one of the cover cards came out, okay? And it says 1 + 2 = 3 on a chalkboard. It has like the chalk writing and A+++. And there's a school bus and an apple and a pencil. It's like you may be going back to the basics and learning something. Okay, you may be relearning a dynamic, you may be relearning about yourself, and you may be relearning about the world and the way of something. Okay, but we have how can you best employ, how can you best use your gifts and talents in the world. We have air element coming out, 5 of Pentacles, King of Wands, 3 of Cups, and Queens. So what you can do, okay, air corresponds to swords, intellect, communication, logic, the realm of thoughts and ideas. So this is going to be an energy of like brainstorming and thinking is going to get you out of this. 5 of Pentacles tells you to overcome adversity and find strength through resilience. King of Wands tells you to exhibit vision and charisma in leadership roles. 3 of Cups tells you to celebrate friendships and joyful connections. And the Queens tell you to nurture, to be wise, to be mature, to embody these qualities. Okay, let's pull from our very last deck before we get some charms. We'll just go ahead and keep all that. Bottom of the deck, North Node in Leo, y'all. Wow. It's like right now, this is your career moment and you're meant to be center stage. This is your life purpose and destiny. Okay? This has brought you to your life purpose and destiny. Your life purpose and destiny is to express your creativity, to seek recognition, and to develop leadership. Okay, so we have how best you can utilize and employ your gifts and talents. We have Uranus and Gemini. So when it comes to like the ways in which you rebel and the ways in which you innovate, okay, be versatile, be communicative, be intellectual, be curious. Be nurturing as well, protective, intuitive, and emotional. So when it comes to the ways in which you innovate and rebel, connect to your, be receptive and follow inspired action. That's what I'm hearing. Believe in yourself. Okay, have confidence. Confidence will carry your courage. Believing in yourself is what will help you carry your courage more. Like your courage won't feel like a rose thorn bush that you're carrying without like the pot, Confidence places your rose thorn bush of courage into a pot so you can hold it by the pot, okay? So be charismatic, dramatic, innovative, and confident when it comes to your innovation. Be analytical, practical, detail-oriented. And when it comes to your, this is coming through, when it comes to your innovation, be innovative. Emotions and how we feel. So when it comes to the moon, how you can best employ your gifts and talents in the world is by being emotionally stable, sensual, comfort-seeking, and patient. Okay, think and act independently and boldly, energetically. And when it comes to these measures of yours that you're taking, like these actions, these steps you're taking, be practical and stable, be sensible, and through all of that, be persistent, be consistent. Show up for yourself. Okay, when it comes to your energy and drive, okay, Aries Mars is coming up, okay? Assertive, energy, competitive, bold. We also have Chiron and Gemini showing up, okay? So when it comes to what you need to heal, it says communication. The wound is a communication wound, a self-expression wound, fear of being misunderstood. You can heal this by learning open dialogue and embracing versatility. We have midheaven in Scorpio, okay? So this deals with like career, reputation, and public life. Transformative roles, research, and intensity. is how this is coming through in midheaven and Scorpio. We also have midheaven in Libra and Cancer, okay? And midheaven is like your career, your public life, okay? So Libra and Cancer, your career and public life are going to be nurturing roles, emotionally supportive roles, home-oriented careers, okay? I'm getting work from home. Partnerships and, okay, diplomacy and creative endeavors. So it's like you're going to help people. It's like, this is like a relationship thing. It's like reaching points in relationships. That's something you do. Okay, helping people. I'm hearing like you're like a politician of the people for the people, but it's not like in a political sense. It's like you help people politic. You help people achieve things interpersonally, okay, through awareness. All right, let's move into our charms just for some final messages of confirmation. We have an owl coming out, a gold owl actually. If that will, yeah. You know, people tried to, it's funny because I just like, this was backwards and upside down and all this stuff. And like, you see how like here, it looks like a black, like magician's hat, like a top hat. It's like people tried to flip you up on your head and then you had a magician's hat on. Like you were doing magic in that spot. You know, people tried to put you on your head and then you were doing freaking magic tricks on them. They were like, oh gosh. And they're in the audience, you know, but they weren't expecting that. They didn't know they bought a ticket. That's funny. It's funny because you are like an Aphrodite figure. Ooh, this is the first time this has ever came up. I'm hearing Black Madonna. Black Madonna, and it's like you're an Aphrodite figure that's Black Madonna. It's like you're like a black you're like a black Aphrodite. Okay, we have this like black seashell coming out. That's never came through for me in a reading. I love that. We have the anchor with the rope here. A rocking horse. And I like that charm coming out because, you know, one of the things you're being guided to do at this moment is connect, like, to childhood passions, childhood interests. Aw, and we have like a little girl charm here. Let me see if on that girl charm, you have like fully, you know, if you haven't, this is reminding me of a cartoon I've been watching a lot recently called The Loud House. That's not a cartoon that I had when I was a child, but it's a cartoon that I came across, and like years ago. It's interesting because years ago I think I did come across this cartoon, or I at least saw it, and I was like, you know what, I'm not really interested in that. And like recently I just started watching it and was like, I love this cartoon. I'm hearing the theme song for it too. It's like, in the loud house, 1 boy, 10 girls, wouldn't change it for the world, in the loud house. We also have a sun charm coming out. I'm hearing like, I'm seeing Sublime with this actually. Sublime the band, but also like Sublime as a word. And we have an owl making an appearance as well, like another one. But this time, this owl's eyes, okay. The first owl that we got is like, it's bigger and it's golden and it's maybe in a more masculine state, or like, but it's just, it's like, I don't know. It's like you're still receptive, okay? You're in a feminine position, but it's like you might show up more masculine because the energy is more active and like it's just more active. Here the owl is, so like now you've transformed into the smaller owl. Your heart is huge. It's the heart is the body. Like the only body that exists on this owl is the heart. And you know, and then your eyes are like headlights, literally. Like they're just two round, they look like headlights, and it's like you're all seeing and all feeling now. Ooh, that landed on house. What did that mean? And I just opened the book to Toad. Humor, the grotesque, and joy is what Toad represents. House, stability, stagnation, and family. You're all seeing and all feeling when it comes to your family and your environment. Let me grab one more. We have scissors making an appearance. I was just hearing, I keep it juicy, I eat that lunch. And I was I don't know the lyrics to that song real good, but I went through it until I got to the part where it says, if you can see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. And it's like, this person thought they were getting a full frontal image of you, and they were like, yeah, I've pretty much seen it all. This is what I'm going to do with this thing, because this is what this thing does. And then you're like, first of all, you weren't even seeing it correctly. And second of all, if that's what you were seeing from the front, wait till you see it from the back. And bye. Okay, y'all. We're going to leave your reading off there for today, Pile 1. I hope that was so helpful for you. If it was, leave a like and your thoughts in the comments below. If you're a little shy or you don't know what to say, leave a toad emoji, a frog emoji. And if not that, then a green heart or a tree emoji. I'm really feeling that. Like, I was feeling like a tree frog, but kind of like deep forest tree frog, okay? I was getting like a jungle vibe, okay? You guys have like a wild vibe to you, okay? And you are rewilding right now. I love that. Oh, you guys, you know, I just got the image of like an animal that was like in a conservation thing for a while. And like, this person is like opening up the door to like let this wild animal back out into like its natural habitat. But yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe so I can see you guys on the next one. Bye. Oh my gosh, you guys, this has been probably my most insane reading just period ever. Okay, I want to thank the one who requested this topic. Okay, this has been just wow. All right, so pile 2, if you're here for pile 2, you chose, let me make sure, yes, the red panda image. Okay, as I was like preparing for your reading, I got a ton more downloads. Okay, so we'll just go over those real quick and then go ahead and jump back into the cards. So outside of what we discussed in the foreword, I was getting the numbers 5, 6, 11, 2. Now I'm getting 13. Okay, and 13 is interesting for me because for many it's believed to be an unlucky number, but for me it's actually my lucky number. So I think that's relevant. Okay, and let me write some down. Okay, that's actually relevant, I think, because like it's like maybe you've been dealing with projections and you need to peel those away to get to what's true for you in this moment. Okay, you have, okay, so let me go over the rest of these numbers. 13, 56, 65, 12, 21, and I just realized a lot of these are like mirroring each other back. That was not intentional. 17, 2 transforming into 4. Okay, you have let go of something. this thing was overdue, okay? It was overdue for you to let go of it for your health, okay? And I heard elevation from elimination, okay? And I heard also bile and toxic waste. In pile 1, Doja Cat's Juicy came up as a song, and it came up again here, okay? Specifically the lines, can't trust a big butt on a Gemini. It's like you may have dealt with someone that had a lot of charm, a lot of charisma, was a smooth talker, but this led to an evolution for you, okay? An era of self-love. Oh yes, and this reminds me, before I started this reading, both of my candles were lit, okay? And I think it's no coincidence my lighter right now is red. It's taken you courage and confidence to relight this flame for yourself that others have tried for the sake of fun, for the sake of danger, and just to play the game of life. For, you know, it's coming up like that. People sought to extinguish your light, and when you were little, they may have achieved doing that in some way, okay? In some ways, and in some undiscovered ways still, even, I'm getting, in ways you've yet to discover, they have still. And anyways, people tried to extinguish your light, and you were once small enough that they were made to believe that they had the power to do this, but you're too big now for them to do this anymore. And also I was getting, it's not that they really had any power over you before, it's just that you were so small. It's almost like the universe was allowing, like, I'm just getting the image of like a tsunami coming in, and it's like, it's almost like the universe allowed this situation to flood with emotion and like emotive existence to see how it would respond. And it responded like, I'm hearing like it responded in terror. It responded terroristically. So anyways, it responded unjustly, and so that's being unraveled now, and you're too big now for them to even try it anymore. You may feel like in this moment that you're like behind on something and behind on time, okay? Because I'm in a rush this morning, and I kind of need to, at this moment, I'm kind of like quick to rush around, okay? Spirit's wanting you to know that everything's going to fall into place. So I want to just take a quick sip, and then we will jump into your cards. So we will go over first silent confessions from the energy in your life that is manipulative, okay? Seeking to extinguish your light, seeking to hold you down or hold you back in any way. What is their silent confession? These almost came out, but they didn't. I wasn't honest with myself. I feel disconnected from you. You know, it's an underlying energy, but it's not something that's being acknowledged. We have, I was running away. This is, okay. I was running away. You are my eternal flame. I wish I could turn back time. I was trying to impress others. I admire you for your vulnerability is on the bottom of the deck. They may not say this, but in this moment, they are in a stance of admiration for you. I just heard admiral too. It's like you've gotten like spiritual rank from this situation, okay? And they're like looking at you. I'm getting the image of like someone that has like, you know, tassels on their shoulders and like a bunch of medals on their arm, and they have like one of those like kind of like pirate shaped like I'm getting like the character that's on Captain Crunch like a captain's hat, okay, but like in the military, like an old school captain's hat. It's like you have spiritual rank now from this situation, and they're like admiring you. Like I get the energy of they have like, you know, stars in their eyes are like glistening with admiration despite making you stand in this strength. Curse of hunger leaves you perpetually starving and unsatisfied. You know, I was getting like they have sort of like a starving lion energy. You know, it's like they'll do things that are like crazy. They'll turn on their own, you know, they'll do things that you wouldn't expect because there's like this starving lion energy. I got the image of like this starving lion like pushing you under the bus and like toying with you for fun, and you know, it was all a game to them. They didn't realize there would be like consequences. We have the curse of blight. Causes decay and destruction in your surroundings. Curse of mediocrity. Condemns you to a life of averageness. I'm hearing one more shuffle through this. Wow, this person had... I was just about to say, this person has a lot of greed. This person was making you try to doubt yourself, but now they're doubting themselves, okay? They wanted to erode your confidence and your belief in yourself, but now that's the karma of their scenario. I was going to say, you know, this starving lion that just toys with life, and like, this starving lion has like the energy of greed. We have greed making an appearance, okay? Curse of greed drives insatiable desire for power and wealth. Curse of pain inflicts constant, unrelenting pain. And I got the image of this, like, I was going to say liger. This lion tiger. I was going to, it's interesting. It's like, you may be, Curse of stagnation halts your growth and progress in life. While you are building right now, you may notice that this person isn't building like much, if anything. Curse of paranoia seeds constant suspicion and distrust. Okay, so basically this person, okay, was wanting to cause you to doubt yourself. They're very greedy, and they're also starving because they have insatiable greed, okay? So they can't satisfy themselves. So because they are greedy, they're starving, okay? They wished upon you like this insatiable feeling, but then also like a curse of they like tried to make you believe you weren't special, tried to make you think you didn't have like this path to be hungry for. And because of that, they are perpetually hungry. They are perpetually like mediocre. They're stuck in time. They're paranoid. Seeds constant suspicion and distrust. They're suspicious and distrustful of everything. They can't rest. They can't rest in peace. I'm hearing they're like in, you know, spiritual purgatory. It's like they can't move until they decide to use their willpower to literally change themselves. They're going to be stuck in place. Curse of silence removes your ability to speak or express yourself. They're unable to do this effectively at this moment, okay, because they tried to do this to you. Curse of shadows surrounds you with darkness and hidden dangers. Curse of misfortune attracts continuous bad luck and mishaps. Curse of obsession fixates your thoughts on a single consuming focus. Curse of guilt weighs you down with remorse and regret. Curse of aging accelerates the aging process, stealing your youth. This person tried to place all of this on you, and their karma is that it returns back onto them. Okay, whew. Let me get my my kitty just woke up from his nap, so let me get him a little snack and I will be back to your guys' reading. Give me just a moment. Okay, pile 2, we are back, and I just reminded myself that I actually... Oh, and let me pause again because I have a friend visiting me for lunch now, so let me come back to this. But what I was going to say is, I meant to share this spell with everybody in the foreword, but I'm being called and reminded to with you all, so I'll go ahead and share it with you all, and if I'm called to, I'll share it with pile 3. But let me go ahead and share this with you now, what it is. It's a mirror protection spell for vampiric energies, okay? It's ideal to say each morning when putting on crystals, makeup, lotion, or touching your body with care. Visualize a mirrored veil covering your chakras, especially your sacral and heart. This spell is a crystal clear, an elegant way to shield your frequency and reflect draining energy away with zero harm and no rebound. Pair this with tiger's eye, golden obsidian, or labradorite if you'd like, but always tap your sacral, solar, and heart chakras 3 times to activate the reflection. Alright, you guys, this spell is called The Light is My Mirror. The spell is, what is mine returns to me. What is not shall never be. May all who seek me see their own truth. May all who seek to drink be drawn to their own root. I am no vessel for need that does not honor me. I am no fountain to those who drain. My light is my mirror, my soul is my gate. I reflect, I deflect, I radiate. And guys, I just got cold chills, like full body cold chills reading that for you all. I will include this in the description, okay? So you can find that there. I'm going to pause here, make some lunch, and I'll be back. Hello, pile 2. Okay, we are back from our lunch break, pile 2. Let me write down one more thing. Okay, I got a couple of downloads coming back into your reading. First of all, pile 2, your heart space, oh my gosh. And as I was saying that, my hand was like just inherently pumping. I wasn't meaning to do that. You have a heart that beats, okay? I know that sounds so like just straightforward, but it's like you live life. And even that sounds straightforward, but you know, it's like you put soul into life. That's what I'm getting, okay? So some of the confirmation, some of the messages I got coming into the reading, okay? Confirmation on the earlier message of, in regards to you feeling like you're behind on time, okay? You feel like you're behind on time. I got a confirmation on things will fall into place in due time for you. Okay, confirmation on that. I got a confirmation on that. I also heard, this is funny, emotional support iPod. And specifically I was getting like, oh, this is crazy, y'all. I was getting an MP3 player, okay? And the time frame that would place on that piece of technology, okay, I think is significant. I was feeling like the 2000s was a like very developmental period for you, or like a significant period in terms of like developments in your life. Okay, and then I got also that dancing is significant for you, and dancing as a way to connect to your body and your spirit and just spirit. Okay. Dancing connects you to your sacred energy and what's sacred. And I had 2 things that came to me at this point. There's this hula hoop performance, and the song in specific, like in the background specifically, is also what came through, okay? I'll link both of those here. And also there's like an energy that like lurks. It's almost like it's lurking. How it came to me is it's like lurking in my peripheral, like over my shoulder, and it's almost like you may feel like you're constantly catching energies like in your peripheral. You can never catch them. Like there's a slippery like monitoring energy around you. Okay, but let's jump into your cards, pile 2. Oh my gosh, I just heard, I think it's I don't know why this is like, because what I'm having a moment of confusion here. I thought it was Gary Busey, but then I just heard Gary Coleman, and Gary Coleman, I don't know. I just saw an interview the other day that was like, I think it was Gary Coleman, I'm not sure, but it was him reacting to like abuse allegations, and he didn't want to address them, and he got upset and he stormed out of the interview. And that was coming through as confusion for some reason, and I actually don't know what Gary Coleman is like known from or for. I know he's an actor, I believe, but I think actually who says what was coming to mind originally is Gary Busey, so I don't know why Gary Coleman was coming through. But anyways, I was hearing, I forget exactly what he says, but he says something about butter sausage, what it's doing, what it does. There's like some audio of him saying he wants to talk about butter sausage, what it's doing, what it does. That was just came through randomly. Oh, wow. I'm hearing like you have like a lantern you're holding right now, okay? And I just saw you as the Hermit. But we actually have the Queen of Cups coming out right now, and this came out in pile 1 as well. But something that's specifically sticking out to me this time, okay, it's like blaring. A choice based on sincere feelings, okay, and Pisces is sticking out to me as well. Throat chakra, okay, you had to really speak your truth. You had to see and speak your truth. I'm seeing a heart. It's like you had to have heart as well, but like you have heart, but it's like you had to have, I'm getting like the heart of a lion to see and speak your truth. And like maybe you had sight, but then you had to have courage. You are like being shown to me right now as like a very motherly figure. You have, I'm hearing like Mother Mary. I'm seeing like, honestly, I'm seeing your energy as very saintly. Like it's wrapped in, you know, how saints are wrapped in cloth, in fabric, like it's like draped over them, draped over their face. And like you've dealt with fracture, fragmentation, separation, chaos, trauma, unexpected tragedy, unexpected revelations, abuse, divorce, violence. I just heard like unnatural and natural disasters. So in regards to near future events, okay, we have Justice, Death, and Knight of Pentacles coming out, okay? This is like on your doorstep. Spirit is like delivering you like a magic, like I'm just like literally I just knocked and I said like I was just about to explain how like I'm seeing Spirit like literally at your door. Okay, I didn't mean to knock there, but like you're being asked to like open your door right now and then just accept this gift. This gift is a box from Spirit. It's like literally, I'm seeing it like a gift, like stereotypically wrapped, where it's like in a box and it has like the removable top, but it's like has the ribbon in all the directions with like the bow on top. You're being delivered. Ooh, I just heard your heart's been restored and balance has been restored to the universe. Okay. So, okay. Your footing has been made, I'm hearing as well, okay? And I am seeing 120 on my clock. 120, 121, but it's like 120, 1, 2, that also being 3. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so much here. It's like you as an individual connecting to yourself and then connecting to Spirit, yes, but then like healing your heart and then really meeting yourself. It's like that first meeting of yourself, you think, oh my gosh, you think you met yourself for the first time, but you're really about to meet yourself for the first time. That's what oh my gosh, you guys, ooh. We have the heart space, as well as Scorpio, and you healed a heart space wound through like spiritual transformation. Okay, you did that. Oh, and okay, I was seeing you as a hermit earlier, and you made like a decision that like you it's like this lantern that you're holding, it only lights up this decision. People are like literally seeing you. Oh, it looks like I was about to like touch my flame there. I promise you guys that is like so far away. You're facing right now a new beginning. Okay, and I just wanted to say, notice how on these 3 cards, okay, on the Justice card, okay, you're like sitting in the throne. Okay, you're planted. On the Death and Knight of Pentacles cards, look at the horse's position, okay? They're standing in place. You are at, this is at your doorstep, okay? It's knocking at your door. Like, you literally just have to open the door and like answer the door. You just have to answer the door right now. Deceit, okay. Oh, I almost said deceit there, it sounded like, but I was gonna say decisions needed to maintain justice. Oh, okay, an apology needs to be made to maintain law and order here. There's been death to some sense of purity, but you let go of like a false flag. You purged. You were liberated by letting go. Like I'm getting you like overvalued something, and then you found out that thing was much less valuable, if not valueless, but it was valued differently than you valued it. And you stripped away the bits of it then that you came to realize were valueless. You stripped yourself of that, and through that you reach freedom. If you haven't already reached it, but you will if you haven't already. But it was like on this Justice card, it's sticking out to me, okay? I'm seeing like the scales fully balanced, okay? Like fully and firmly balanced. Okay, and now I'm seeing like the horseshoe as well in that shape, and it's like you may have faced both. You guys, and your candle right now is doing like a horseshoe shape on the wick. You may have faced like all extremes in life, okay? Extremes on all ends of the spectrum. Oh my gosh. Something you're being called to do is just like watch. Something you may not feel like you're being called to do it. You may feel called to do it if you haven't recognized that already. You may recognize that now. But I'm getting you're being called to by spirit to just casually watch television. Like if you didn't do this in childhood, I can remember times in my childhood when I would just prop up on the couch and lounge on the couch and watch like a favorite cartoon or something, and like it's like that energy. I heard very funnily, let me get to this. On the Justice card, there's a keyword that says law and order, and I was hearing the law and order like chung chung, and it reminded me actually of this part off of Resident Alien off Netflix. And that show's like kind of like, it has serious moments, but it's mostly a comedy, and it made me realize for you the need to be in that energy, okay? Maybe you might not realize it, but you're kind of lacking like just sitting and lounging for pleasure. And I'm getting the image of you know, what this energy is meaning for you as an adult, you know, it may look like just watching a TV show that makes you laugh or whatever, you can just sit there and stare at, but it's the energy of like, you know, lounging on your side or on your back or however's comfortable for you with like your, you know, you're fully extended out, and you know, it's like that Greco-Roman lounge, eating grapes, getting fanned vibe, okay? You're being asked to, you know, speak up for your, like, okay, basically nurture your routine and speak up for your routine's needs. Stand up for your routine's needs. Like, your routine has demands, I'm getting. So, like, make sure you're advocating for your routine, because that's advocating for you, and advocating for you is advocating for others. As I say that, we have 9 of Pentacles energy on the bottom of the deck. So this card's keywords: independence and wealth. You may have like a, on top of death we have this. So as a result of like the ending of, as a result of like you releasing some earlier version of yourself or your life, you are investing in like your maturity, investing in your work, investing in, so you probably, I'm getting like you probably have like a small business or a new business, or you know, you're investing in your career. This is like a promising card. Like this is like, you know, this is also Venus and this is like you putting the work into this. This is you working hard on your passion projects and believing in yourself. I'm getting you're kind of doing this alone as well, and you're like, I'm seeing like you're actually like making yourself look really cute too while you do it. I've never noticed this card like this, but it almost looks like she's holding that like pentacle right there beneath her hand, like it's a purse. And I'm getting, that's actually reminding me of like this like, I think it was plastic actually, or it was like vinyl. There was this vinyl purse I had when I was really small, and it had my initial on it. And it's reminding me of that. And that's also like reminding me of that iPod, emotional support iPod. People, you give people the space, like you allow people the space that they need, that they require to grow. You give them that. Like, I just want to thank you on behalf of them, honestly. Oh man, you're showing up. Oh, that's funny. You're showing up. Oh my gosh. You're showing up as, you know, the emperor. Like, are you kidding me? You got this devil tamed, and you have, okay, this is Ace of Cups coming out. This is how the devil feels. He's out here in the cold. Like, he feels, sorry to be so dramatic, y'all, but this literally had me cracking up. Like, you show up as the emperor. You have this devil tamed. The devil within and, like, the devil outside of you, okay? I'm hearing, like, the devil, even, like, the devil energy out in the world, that if you wanted to embody it into one entity, you know, and say, if the world was the devil's playground, I don't know why it's coming up like this. If the world was the devil's playground and there was like one soul entity embodying all the energy that people just put out into the world that is like devil energy, you have that energy tamed as well. You have that energy inside of yourself and outside of yourself, like this, okay? Feeling left out in the cold. Like it has nowhere to go. It faces hardship. When the devil meets you, it faces hardship. When the devil meets you, it's homeless. It doesn't have it's like, it's not welcome. It doesn't have a home when it meets you. That's interesting. I was hearing when it houses you. Ooh, that's interesting. It's like when the devil houses you, he's hoping to have a home within you, but he's never not welcome. Okay, that was really confusing. I don't know why that was coming out like that. Oh man, what's interesting is he was trying to change you, okay? And I just noticed, oh, that's interesting. This is really crazy, y'all. So on the devil card, it says 1-5. On the emperor card, it says 4. He was trying to change you and make you think, we're the same. Look at us. I'm 1-5 and you're 4. We're both 4. He's not 4. He's 1-5. Okay. Okay. Sorry, y'all. This is sounding crazy. But, he's not 1-4. He's 5. Or he's not 1. Okay, I'm getting all mixed up here. That was making me laugh, though. Like, these explanations are so, like, organic. Oh, that's interesting, because that's something else I forgot to mention earlier that I meant to mention for everybody, but it's coming up here, so I'll just mention it for you. Organic is a word that seems to be important to those who are here. Organic food, organic people, organic relationships. And I laughed after I saw that this is like the devil trying to say we're the same and we're not the same, but you had to learn that. You had to learn that by standing in your emperor strength and being the emperor. Finding out what it meant to be the emperor and then embodying it, but finding out you were always the emperor, just recognizing it, and then also embodying it with strength because you recognize it. And my stomach just growled when I said that. My stomach just like, it's like you had to stand in like, oh, it just like reverbed between my root and solar chakra. You had to like roar, you had to like firm your feet into the earth, like realize you had some roots of your own, and then you could roar a little bit. This flame is crazy high right now. I just heard, I don't know what it is, but it was like something take me higher and higher. I don't even know. Take me higher and higher. Anyway, so this devil card reads, I'm not a puppet. And what's funny is you're not the puppet, but they were trying to puppet you, and what they're about to find out is they're the puppet. They were only ever the puppet. They're the puppet, like, the devil only does what God allows him to do. And like, so in him playing around on the playground, you're only allowed to play as far as the strings God pull you. Okay, so it's like, it's interesting here, all this coming out. That's so crazy. And then I believe it was in pile 1, if not this one, because we had a break, so I'm kind of forgetful here. And also these have been very long and very deep. But I'm thinking it was in pile 1 that I discussed, if not in the foreword. Oh, it was in the foreword. Yes. How this energy in your life that's manipulative, it's like a Jekyll and Hyde energy, and it tries to mask itself by assuming like a stance opposite to what it is. Like, it tells you to relax, but it wants you to fall behind. It calls you an endearing name, but it's actually trying to be mocking. Like, it says it's morally superior, essentially is how it came out, but it's actually morally corrupt. Okay. So it's interesting on this card, it reads, I'm not a puppet. And in this reading, the devil is showing up as the puppet. Your light is in holding the lantern and like, lighting the way forward. That is what your light does. Spirit wants you to know, okay, we have the Page of Wands coming out, which is, wow, root chakra, Sagittarius energy, Mercury energy, okay, like incoming, quick incoming energy, good news, courage, optimism. You are someone who, I just heard you preach and you pray. Okay, you're an inspirational speaker. also an athlete, a performer. And this is coming out politician. I can't remember when I referenced that, but if it was here, it was here. I referenced that somewhere earlier, but I can't remember where. I think how it keeps coming through, time keeps coming through. Like, I'm getting a loss of time feeling here on this pile, and it's like you felt rushed. Okay, we discussed that earlier, and like confirmation. I got confirmation about how oh my gosh, your justice is that you're able to stabilize yourself into your senses and ground yourself. And I just heard tree pose, which is a yoga pose. And you should do that pose, okay? You can do that pose. Do it for like 30 seconds on each side, okay? I swear to you, it is relevant. Just do it like 30 seconds each side, okay? It's like where you like stand up and then you stabilize yourself. This is essentially what it is, but you should look it up, follow a video, or do your own research. Make your legs into a figure 4 shape, essentially, and like you can bring that other leg that's in the 4 shape all the way up to like your groin area if you're comfortable enough to stand and balance yourself in that way. And then you can like do prayer hands or open hands or arms up in the air, like whatever's comfortable for you. But yeah, it's like you're able to stabilize and luxuriate in your senses, and before you were ungrounded and untethered because you were constantly knocked out of your ability to sense. And I'm being told right now that you were told to stop sensing things in some way. And the way that just reverbed through my house, y'all, it like echoed, like stop. Like someone may have literally told you to stop doing something. Stop saying this. Stop doing this. Oh. And I just got 140 on my timer, okay? 1-4, like 1-5. And remember, I got that mixed up, and it's like this person that was trying to make you think that you guys were the same. One of the methods that they used in trying to do that, oh my gosh. And you guys, this just reminded me, I just had like a really like scratchy cough there, and it just reminded me, I'm going to the doctor. I'll just tell all this right now on the camera, but I'm going to the doctor right now because I like coughed up blood the other day, and I had like an x-ray, and I'm going back for more lab tests and stuff, but everything's okay. They're not finding anything, and all my tests are like super healthy. Everything is okay. Okay, physically everything is okay. Scientifically everything is okay. But I'm going through ascension, and like, you can have physical symptoms when you're when you go through ascension, you can have physical symptoms. And I wholeheartedly believe that me coughing up blood was a physical symptom of a spiritual ascension. And I'm going through a crazy one right now, and it's like that was just confirmation that coming to me. But it's like one of the ways that this devil person in your life, this manipulator, tried to make you guys appear the same, tried to say, look, I'm 1-5 and you're 4, we're both 4, is by deconstructing what you are before you realize what you are. Okay, so they realized what abilities you had, and then they tried to stomp those abilities out. Okay, I just saw like whack-a-mole, and it felt like whack-a-mole to them. It's like they just kept cropping up, and they were like, oh my gosh, this is like unmanageable. And now it's like the top is off, and all these all the moles are out. It's like, a can of worms. And I just saw 1-4-2, and it's like their can of worms is like, I don't know why I'm hearing it like this. It's like their can of worms is like your apple pie. Which is interesting because in one of the piles, and y'all just, again, on the time, I'm losing track of time, and I think it's important for you to lose track of time, and not like lose track of time, like let things slip away from you. Stay focused on your vision. Lose track of time, like stop having the need for it to happen in a certain amount of time. But anyways, I can't remember when it was, but in one of the piles so far, yours or the other one, or in the foreword, it was mentioned how the energy was coming through like a big breasted bird, and it was like you bring the worm back to the nest, and you also sing like the morning song, and I forget why I was bringing the bird back up, but it's like that was coming back over. Okay, I'm literally hearing like Snow White. You're coming into good news when it comes to your stability and your structure, okay? You have shown extreme ambition, a degree of, like, a distinguished degree of control. And you put practicality to your fearlessness, your discipline. And I just heard your mother and your father, okay? Like, not like your mother and your father. I'm saying like you are mother and you are father, okay? Like, you are both of those energies to yourself. You are divine feminine and divine masculine, okay? You are like integrated. Oh my gosh, tree pose does like, okay, it does like, if this is my leg, this is my other leg, it does like this, okay? So tree pose is doing one half and then the other half, and it's like you are integrated. You're integrated. You got both halves going on, and it's like you do both halves to get the whole, okay? You have to do both sides of tree pose before, if you just did one tree, it's like if you just did one side of tree pose, it's like you sawed a tree in half. And that's what, like, it's completely unbalanced. You have to do the other side. Okay, this is a different order than before, but we're just gonna go with it. Ooh, I just said, I asked what your light is doing. You're this hermit figure. Ooh, independence and wealth. Welcome, community. All right. You are welcoming in community and your independence and your wealth and your success and your freedom. I'm like seeing any strings that you had that were making you into a puppet that you weren't made to be into. I'm seeing them clipped. Okay. Oh my gosh. Your light welcomes community, okay? I offer an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. We seem very aligned in a lot of ways. Let's find support within each other. This is you in this new community, and this is actually you building a bridge as well with this devil person. You're finding ways in which you are aligned so that you can still find support within each other. But your focus does need to remain wholly, merely on you, yourself, the community you're building for yourself, okay? Aside and separate from this person, okay? Singularly onto yourself, because the death has happened. The death has happened in a magical way. You remember, you have to answer that door, because spirit is there with that gift at the door, okay? With the magical gift. And the scales have been balanced. So if you're at this door and spirit's at this door, let's see who that was. Okay, yes, exactly, just confirmation. Justice has been done. Okay, so you would unbalance the scales to you would unbalance the scales to you can't unsee what you've seen. That's what's up. Ooh, Toni Morrison came out in the first pile as well. We have here, though, Shirley Jackson, both of these women have spilled drinks on their image. You're joking. And then Audre Lorde. Ooh, I like her image. Hers is Justice, but she's right on the bottom of the deck for us. And, you know, she came out earlier for confirmation. Here she is again. Okay, justice has been had. I'm seeing Audre Lorde right now actually holding up two swords. Like, she just crossed them like that, okay? Like, you know, there's kind of no turning back on this thing. I don't know why that keeps coming out, but we'll say that's bottom of the deck. That's underlying energy. Okay, so let's just see. I just heard, like, there is a you know, this, you see how that watercolor, like, drains from that image? There's, like, a seeping shadow in your environment. Oh my gosh. Oh, I told you, you guys have entities over your shoulder in your peripheral. She's looking in that direction, you guys. It's like, you know, you clock stuff, like, on the side of you, like, in the side of your vision all the time. My back just started hurting, and I just got an image in my mind that I don't feel comfortable sharing with you guys. This devil figure is physically dangerous and wishes, like, ill. He's, like, venomous and Shirley Jackson, when it comes to guidance you haven't received yet but you need, we get family and power. Shirley Jackson and Toni Morrison. Let me read you what these cards say, okay? When it comes to the guidance you haven't received yet but you need, we have keywords: domestic pleasures, domestic horrors, partnerships, and children. The fiction of Shirley Jackson, 1916 and 1965. 8, 1, 7, and 17 may be significant numbers to you. 71, 21, 22, 4, 2, 1, and 12. I just heard holy and unholy, which is interesting. This card says domestic pleasures, domestic horrors. Reading on though. She marries the ordinary with the supernatural and often speaks to the inhumanities people endure. Her most famous story, Shirley Jackson, The Lottery. I've read that. I didn't realize that was who I was speaking of. The most famous story on the subject, The Lottery, was written after rural Vermont residents painted a swastika on her house. Her husband, a professor at Bennington College, was Jewish. Yet keen observation and a sense of humor pervade many of her works, especially her very funny essays on raising 4 kids. And then we also have Toni Morrison. And let me read Audre Lorde. She's been made an appearance twice, and she's sitting here making an appearance for a 3rd time. Fighting for yourself, your values, your community. Fighting for your community. Making your community, like, welcome. Creating a safe space, a safe harbor for them to come to. I like that. I just heard, and the ships are sailing in. I literally just heard, like, ship horn, like dock horns and stuff going off. Like, communications on ships being made. Born in New York City to West Indian parents, Audre Lorde, 1934 to 1992. 7's coming up again. The number. 17 and 8. 21 again. 23. 32. 32 keeps coming up. This came up in pile 1 too. 32 keeps coming up as like a message of timing. Like when something happens, will or did, but just when something will. Okay, 32. When something happens. She proudly proclaimed herself as a black lesbian feminist. As an activist and essayist, she was outspoken about racism, sexism, and homophobia. In addition to these themes, her work is populated with mothers, children, sisters, anger, cancer, the erotic, unicorns, snails eating dead snakes, witches, fire, and the importance of refusing silence, period. Ooh. Whew. I need to read her work. Toni Morrison, okay? She came out in pile 1. Her card reads, power, owning power, seizing power, the powers at play. I feel like for you, understanding the powers at play has been like a significant measure to... I heard a significant measure to make. And then I heard a significant measure to take. So it's like you had to see it and then you had the courage to see it for what you... you had to see it and then you had to have the courage to see it for what it was. And I'm getting your next steps will be to having the courage to set sail. Like you had to have the courage to be like, I have to have this ship. We have a need for this ship. And then you had to have the courage to be like, we do have the need for the ship. I'm building the ship. Now it's time for you to have the courage to be like, okay, the ship is built. Now it's time for me to set sail. Set off into the ocean. No American writer is more honor-laden than Regal Toni Morrison, born 1931. 14, 5, 1, and 4 is significant with her as numbers. For her. Okay, because 1931, these are the numbers that are coming out through this, okay? Toni Morrison, that comes back to you being 4 and the devil being 1, 5, and them trying to say they're also 4, but they're not. Okay? Toni Morrison deals with owning power, seizing power, the powers at play. The powers at play are you, 4, the devil, 1, 5. Okay, and you had to seize power. I'm hearing you had to seize power that was wrongfully taken from you. So it felt like you were robbing power from another, but you were just taking back what was yours. No American writer is more... Okay, she was born to a working class family in Lorain, Ohio, a frequent setting for her epic novels of Black experience. Her most famous work, Beloved, has become required reading, but wave that unjust homework aura away. Seek this novel for the haunted story it is, a deeply spooky and moving book about a vengeful baby ghost. Okay, this is in answering the question. Okay, we got a stack coming out, but this has been this deep anyway, so let's just get into it, y'all. This is in answering the question, how to best employ or utilize your gifts to better yourself and the world. Okay, so this is essentially asking the question, how do you set sail? And how do you set sail in the best way possible? Okay, we have 2s make an appearance. So this is balanced energy, choices, balanced choices and partnerships. Okay, balance had to be restored here. We have 4 cups, reflect on emotional fulfillment and contentment. Page of Wands, embrace curiosity and enthusiasm for new ventures. Okay, embrace your enthusiasm, your excitement. You're excited, embrace your excitement. The Empress, nurture creativity and abundance in all aspects of life. This has to do with the choice based on sincere feelings, okay, and your dreams. You're outpouring. You're outpouring in a way in which it's inevitable that the outpour is going to return to you like infinity fold. Whoa. Aces, new beginnings, potential, and opportunities. 2 of Pentacles, balance priorities and adapt change with flexibility. The Hermit, seek solitude for introspection and inner guidance. We have pages and 9s. Okay. pages, youthful energy, curiosity, and potential for new beginnings associated with their qualities. This is all pages though, okay? All pages. We have nines, culmination, attainment, fulfillment. You're there. You're there. You literally just have to set your, you literally just have to like open your sails. Open the door. Open up to the opportunity. Knight of Pentacles, pursue goals with determination and reliability. Be reliable, be routine, be structured, be consistent, be persistent. Be undying. I just heard Living Dead Girl. Page of Pentacles, embrace curiosity and practicality in learning and growth. Embrace curiosity and practicality when it comes to learning and growth. And I just got the image of you on your sail, on your ship, and you're like, you had a telescope to your eye, or like one of those things you like pull out and you like put up to your eye to look out of, and you're like looking out at the horizon and looking at the ocean, and you're like studying and you're mapping stuff out. And I saw a compass and like a directional, north, south, east, west with like all the lines on it. You're mapping stuff out. That's kind of like the purpose of this place. So, don't feel like you have to have it all figured out before, don't feel like I can't set sail. Where's my map? I can't go. I don't have a map yet. Like, the point of you setting sail is to actually make the map. You're an explorer. You're a pioneer explorer. Okay, I'm hearing like Ferdinand. I don't know if that's an explorer though. Yes, so understand that the point of this journey, this passage, is to explore. 10 of Pentacles, embrace legacy and fulfillment in family and community. So you're creating legacy and community. You are finding soul family is what I just heard. 9 of Pentacles, again with the 9, I just heard 99. Oof, y'all, I have to just say this how it came to me, okay? So, my apologies, but I just heard 99 problems and a bee ain't one. And I just heard you made this devil your bee, okay? And they're not a problem. 9 of Pentacles, enjoy abundance and independence and material wealth. Pentacles, material wealth, career and practical aspects of life. Justice, uphold fairness and balance in decisions and actions. Okay, I feel like that's a reminder. Just know, I'm getting like, I'm getting like, you're like walking out of the courthouse right now. I don't know why you're appearing like this. I'm getting like, you're almost dressed like Jackie Kennedy, okay? And like the hat and everything. And like, you're like walking out and you have a little smile on your face, okay? And I guess Spirit's just letting you know, like, and also the smile on your face is like a smile because it's like, I got him. I got him. Like, he's getting what's his. And Spirit's wanting you to know, like, it's fine to feel that way, but just remain humble too. Come back to yourself. Come back to yourself. Okay, after you feel like that, okay, let's come back to yourself. Confront anxiety and seek peace through self-care. Okay, seek peace. Seek peace. Corresponds to Pentacles. Material Earth, Kings, and Threes are what we land on in the end. Earth, Kings, and Threes. Holy and unholy, and things have been balanced. The holy has been, I just heard the holy has been banished from, the unholy has been banished from the kingdom, and like, it's been exiled, and like, the kingdom's been refortified. Earth corresponds to Pentacles, material aspects, wealth, practicality, and earthly concerns. Kings, authority, mastery, and in a mature and commanding presence. Oh, and in a mature and commanding presence is how this energy shows up. Okay, sorry, I was reading that so strangely. Authority, mastery, and a mature commanding presence. Threes, growth, expansion, collaboration. This time is about expansion, exploring, and like establishing community. Okay, I'm like seeing you stop your ship at like various different ports, and like people get on the ship at like different ports, and like you're still on your mission to like map things out because you're the hermit with the lantern. Okay, it's your ship and you're mapping stuff out, but like you're stopping at all these different ports and like finding new things and eating new foods and experiencing new things and meeting new people. And sometimes people come on your ship because you like them, and you know, sometimes they exit at the next port just because they have to, and that's fine. And sometimes people come on the ship because they're of such great use to you, and you guys can collaborate, and that's amazing. Those relationships seem to stay on the ship a little bit longer. Spirit is telling you definitively right now to pursue your ambitions with energy and determination. Embody the energy of the Knight of Wands. When it comes to discipline, you've been very like detail oriented and hardworking. Ooh, Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith making an appearance. When it comes to your instincts and like your wild nature, you're like very spiritually inclined and like very sensitive and sensual, and you are a place of escape. Your energy is like something people like recluse to and like want to recluse to. And I just got the image of a recluse spider, and it's like, ooh, it's like you really attract the shadows and you attract things that are poisonous, and you know, it's almost like your energy is like a web. When it comes to your career and your reputation and your public life, you are currently on the timeline of like stable, practical energy, okay? And it is delivering you to a place of material success if you stay committed to your stable, practical position. Your career requires you to like communicate, to remain versatile, and to pursue intellectual pursuits. It's like it makes you have an open mind. In the ways that you rebel, you've had to remain very interestingly diplomatic and fair-minded while also being independent and adventurous and innovative. And it's made you be like very philosophical, imaginative, unconventional, intuitive. You're very in tune with yourself and like connected to yourself. When it comes to your dreams, you are highly imaginative right now. Like I'm like literally getting the image of fish swimming in a fish bowl, like in the clouds. This whole stack here is literally all these Neptune, still Neptune, and then the very last one, Moon, emotions, how we feel. Neptune deals with like dreams and spirituality. Okay, so let's just break this down. You literally have, do you? Hold on here. You have every single sign available in Neptune coming out. Interesting. You're a born dreamer, and you were like yanked from the sky, and like I'm hearing like people tried to steal your star shine, and as a way to make you weigh something so that you couldn't find your position back in the sky or something like that. And it's like, I got the image of like, you know, when you touch a moth wing or a butterfly wing, and it's like, its wing transfers off to the things that touch it. That's what they thought they were able to do. But that was like an illusion and like a karmic playground and testing ground, I'm hearing. So you're very imaginative, highly imaginative, and in tune and intuitive. You're bold, you imagine boldly, you inspire others and yourself. You are practical with your imagination, okay? You build the ladder so that people can climb to the place you are in your imagination. You put the steps in place to build a world that mimics like your mind. It happens through your communication. You're a very curious figure. You nurture your imagination and others' imaginations, and you like healthy imaginations. You're very protective of like healthy people having healthy imaginations. Like, you're very protective of like the innocence of that. Your imagination space is like very dramatic and charismatic, warm and big-hearted. And I just got like this is with Neptune and Leo, but I saw like a theater stage, literally a lion. You guys have a lot of energy around you, a lot of energy, like energy in the form of entities that are like monitoring you, okay, wisping around, okay. You put, wow, you have a big stage to be on, and you're building it. You're building the stage that's gonna house you. Okay, I'm getting like Capricorn, Virgo. I'm coming back to that ladder image, but I'm like literally seeing you build the stage, and I'm seeing Noah build his ark. You're highly intense, and your imagination is intense. Like, you're a muse, okay? You're a muse. You're such an intense muse. You're a muse for yourself, but you are a muse you're a muse to all. I was gonna say nearly to all, because some people don't like that you're their muse, but you are. You are highly mysterious and highly resourceful. This is all like humanitarian and world driven. Okay, that's what your imagination concerns. You are very unconventional. You don't care, though, I'm hearing. You have impulse like none other, and passion like none other, drive and independence like none other. And you don't care like if people find you fiery. Ooh, where was our moon sign at, though? That just got slipped in there naturally, and we discussed it naturally. Okay. We have rabbit coming out. I want to take that in mushrooms. That's interesting. We'll just see what that is. Okay. So, let's get some final cards here. Ooh, we have, okay, I wanted to take rabbits and mushrooms because I was feeling that really good. We have on the bottom of the deck wolf, but we have come out wings and book. Okay, wings and book. So let's see what that is. Book. Okay, so just so you know, these are signs to watch for, okay? Pile 2, wings and book. These are signs to watch for, wings and book. That's the question I asked. What signs do you need to watch for? We have wings and book. I also pulled intuitively rabbit and mushroom. In bottom of the deck, we have wolf. Okay, but For our direct cards here, we have wings, wishes, ambition, wandering, and book, hope, revelation, ignorance. Bottom of the deck energy, okay, underlying energy is wolf here. Signs to watch out for. The self without others, a calling, the great expanse. Ooh, y'all, that is so in line. That is so in line, aligned. Jump in the line. Rock my body all the time. Jump in the line. Rock the body all the time. You know, connecting to your roots is gonna help you believe into yourself. That's funny. Believe in yourself. Come back home into yourself. So make that sound. I was just hearing, oh my gosh. Burgerlicious fresh. Burgerlicious fresh. Burgerlicious fresh. Make all the boys go loco. I'm the F to the E to the R to the G to the I to the E, and can no other lady put it down like me. I'm so delicious. It's hot, hot. I put the more than rock, rock. Crazy, crazy. So these cards that I pulled here intuitively, we have signs to watch for. We have rabbit and mushrooms. Rabbit represents waiting, making leaps, and adventure. Mushrooms represents quiet growth, the hidden, and peace. All right, how to let's close your reading out on some final charms of confirmation. We have a cross here. These came out gold at first, and then I flipped them around intuitively. They're green. Speak your, heartfelt truth. How to. That's what you're here to do. Speak what's passionate to you, speak your passions. We have a shark, baby shark. And I'm feeling fire energy with this, but it is a red square in the shape of a diamond, or like in the direction of a diamond. I pulled a cat with a yarn, but in the way that it's holding the yarn, it looks like a heart. It looks like it's holding a heart. It's holding the thing that it's playing with. So it's like the thing that you play with, it fills you up. Oh, we have like a woman figure here and happy. You have like brought balance and like you've created a safe harbor, I'm getting, for your divine feminine. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting because it's like, what kind of charm is this? It's a ring. It's like your divine oh my gosh. It's like your divine masculine proposed to your divine feminine and they're like married. And I'm seeing your divine feminine like dressed in like laurel leaves, and she's in like all white and like dressed in leaves and is like really peaceful. And she has a slight smile on, and she's kind of blushing, and like she feels, your divine feminine feels like shy to smile. Wow, you guys, we have coming out Star, I didn't see that at first. I just thought it was a bird cage, but there is a bird in that cage. A bird in a cage. And then a dove and a little painting palette. An artist's like painting palette. Okay, so you guys are artists, creators. You are like, this is interesting. It's like a seashell on the end of like a wand, and I was like, I was getting like mermaid imagery earlier, but that may have been with pile one. And it's like you're cooking up something with like the things that just make you you, because you are special. So you're cooking up something special with just the things that make you you. So this is something that like comes to you naturally, okay? Something that empowers you is something that comes to you like naturally. You speaking your truth is like what better connected your divine feminine and masculine. And it also protects your creativity. Like I'm hearing like your creations may have not been protected in the past, but they have protection now. They have protection from like ravenous entities and energies that wanted to like devour your creations from like they didn't want your creations to like make it in the world. They didn't want it to survive. I'm being called to tell you guys for some reason, because my stomach just like got the feeling of like when I would take these randomly. This is a psychic feeling, okay guys? Like this may be something that you could use, but for some reason it's coming up. So I don't know if it's a symbol or just something you could use or something that you need to know about, but there's these things called dandelion bitters. I just call them bitters, but it's like in a tincture, and it's a drop. You can put these drops of this underneath your tongue to like make stomach pain go away. And it tastes like dandelions, okay? It's very bitter, but there may be symbolism in that for you. Or you need to know that for some reason. But pile 2. The worst of your situation is over, and the best has yet to come. The best is yet to come. Pile 2, we're going to leave your reading off there for today. 11:33 on my timer as I say that. I hope this was so helpful and illuminating for you. If it was, don't forget to leave a like. And also leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you're a little shy or you don't know what to say, leave a star emoji or the evil eye emoji. I love you guys so much, and I'm sending you so much love. If you aren't, don't forget to subscribe so I can see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading, where we will be asking the question, how to best employ or utilize your gifts so that you can better yourself in the world. What is it that your light does? What guidance you haven't received yet but that you need? And what signs can you watch out for? You guys, I literally thought I was just recording for a moment. And anyways, I was saying you really had to get something off your chest to get to the point like where you are in this moment. Okay, let me shuffle a couple things around here. Okay, I'm getting like energy is highly important. You are, if you didn't know, okay, an energy worker. Okay, you work with energy. You transform energy. Okay. You're like an alchemist, but it's more than that. You're like an alchemist that works with air and energy. But you can do anything. So as I was coming into your reading, I heard the song Hungry Like the Wolf. And also I was getting the movie with Amanda Bynes and the kid that plays Malcolm in the Middle. And it was like Big Blue Liar, or it wasn't Big Fat Liar, but it was like Big
Blue or Blue Liar or something like that. I forget what it was. That song came up. And I heard You Have Set Sailed, pile 3. Okay, You Have Set Sailed. I also heard In the Arms of an Angel by Sarah McLachlan. She actually has new music out. Also, you have a very like charitable, angelic essence about you. It like your heart is very pure. It's like clear, and it's like, you know, a rare gem. It looks very crystalline. Spirit wants you to, if you don't, you know, if you don't realize you do, you need to realize that you do, but Spirit wants you to believe in miracles. You are a miracle. You are one. And they are coming to you in great abundance. Okay, miracles are on their way to you. I also heard this Kali Uchis song called Never Be Yours. Hello Kitty, why the long face? You keep on standing in the same place. You keep on riding in the Chevrolet with big bass. Beamer, Bentley. New chains, you changed. Here's your receipt. That's interesting. So the lyric says, new chains, you changed. Here's your receipt. Break me down, build me up. Take my very last buck. Go to class, kiss my ASS. It'll bring you good luck. And then it says something like, light me up, wrap me up. What is it we're fighting for? Or something like that. But it's like, oh, brighten up. You know, it's like, brighten up. What is it that you're fighting for? Like, define what you're fighting for. Be happy. I'm a good luck charm, so you better kiss my tushy. You know, and you don't really ask people to kiss your tushy. That's not what it is, but it's like, you better, like, not bite the hand, okay? You better not bite my hand. Or you'll be kissing my butt in a different way. That's what's up. But it's like, you know, like I said, though, you have a very, like, charitable energy. So it's like, you kiss tushy, you want reciprocation on that. Okay, you want reciprocation on that. Like, you give your all, you want someone that gives their all back. You want to be celebrated because you celebrate others. So it's like, yes, I kiss tush, so I want you to kiss mine back. And if you don't kiss it right, you'll be kissing it in a different way, aka like, bye. You won't be kissing it at all. You'll be wishing you was kissing it. That Kali Uchis song is called Never Be Yours. I will link it here if I didn't already. Okay, guys, let's get into your cards. Okay. How best to employ or utilize your gifts to better yourself and the world. We have here an energy of, oh, you are kidding me. This hand literally reads, biting the hand that feeds you. We have 6 of Pentacles in reverse, generosity. Okay, so it's like you were generous and someone bit the hand that feeds. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like things just kept clipping off and downgraded in this connection. Like they just kept shaving off until eventually it's like the realization it was time to be had. The realization was due to be had. There were ego conflicts here, uncooperative, wasted efforts, disregard for expertise, frustration, and discord. Okay, so arguments. Overall disharmony and disconnection. Okay, because there's an imbalance and an inequality. There's an incompatibility. Okay, and because of all of this partnership is unhappy. This connection is unhappy. This relationship. There's been some amount of charm and seduction, lies, strictness, and disorganization. We have here, this card reads, okay, Queen of Wands in reverse, prudish, moralistic persons who try to impose their values on the others. I'm hearing like rigid worldview. So it's like these people have a certain idea of how things should be and how things should look and how things should go. And they're unhappy if it's any other way. And also they're unhappy about you if you don't fit into that. Because you have a place in that to them, and like things are improper if you're not right in that place. You were overburdened in this scenario, overloaded with responsibilities, stress problems, like the weight on your shoulders was unbalanced. The duty here was drudgery, obligation, okay? You were saddled and restricted. You often faced burnout. It was an uphill battle, okay? You were taken for granted and taking on too much. It caused delays for you and your personal energy. Okay, this in the past was blocking your creativity. And you were in a cycle by which you weren't learning from the mistakes, and like it was really just because of indecision. This indecision has led to some loss of, you know, a lack of planning, a lack of foresight, I'm hearing, led to like financial loss or like delayed success in some sense, or you are insecure that your prosperity. That's what I thought. That's funny. So I was about to say, you're insecure actually is how this energy is, what I'm realizing. And then as I think that, I'm like, let me see about this insecurity. My deck is upside down. So reality has been restored now. New beginnings, opportunities, wealth, abundance, growth, stability, security, material gain, success, investment, manifestation, grounding, potential and resources. Your physical health is fine and like all is well. Foundation, reward, fertility. Ooh. And on the bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. I just heard that thing clicking and ticking, baby. Clicking and ticking. The tides have turned. Good luck, destiny, chance, karma. Decisive moments, cycles of fate. Fate and fortune, cycles of life, it says though. Fate and fortune. You cannot step into the same river twice. And I just heard the past is the past. So it seems like something that's coming through here, an energy that's definitely coming through is like not to step back into the past. Don't like, it's like you're in the river and you're walking like a salmon opposite to the way that the river is flowing. Okay, so like the river is flowing at you and you're like walking into it. Okay, just as you should be. But if you were to try to like reverse things, it's like if you started like walking in the direction of the flow, okay, like with the flow of the water, you would be walking away from like your path towards the future, okay? Focus on your self-expression, your freedom, your positivity, the ways in which you have fun. You are your own good luck charm, okay? So tap into what makes you happy and tap into your truth and be open about those things. Right now, you're like pregnant energetically. It's like you're pregnant and like hyper fertile, okay? This comes after you put truth to pain. You defeated pain with truth, and you reached intuition, and intuition brought you to clarity, and that brought you into divine union within yourself, and that brought about change. Divine union in yourself restored balance, and it connected you to the holy, I'm hearing. The all, like what was important for you, and then also like what was important for you in a bigger sense, and then you were able to bring it back down into like a minuscule plan I'm getting, to where you could like take baby steps to make that big picture happen. It happens through resting on a choice that you've made, and then being enthusiastic about that choice, and recognizing and acknowledging your path like is right for you, so that you can reach the recognition from others. It's like you have to recognize yourself first before others will. Okay, this is like we have Foreword. Okay, I've never heard of this writer before. I'll need to look up her work, but Foreword. Okay, I will put her card closer so you can see. The keyword on her card is rebellion, and then we have Virginia Woolf, vision. Rebellion and vision. These are how to best employ and utilize your gifts to better self and to better the world. Let's see what these cards have to say. Bottom of the deck energy. Okay, underlying energy is perspective. Perspective needed to be had. But now you need to rebel and act on this vision. But let's see what these cards say here. On the rebellion card, it reads independence, barriers, isolation. Foreword, 1935 to 1967. 10, 8, 1, and 9 may be significant numbers to you. 13 and 4. She wrote sensual, nature-rich poetry, placing her among Iran's greatest poets. Heavily criticized for resisting societal norms, she divorced at 21 years old and was the first Persian poet to write explicitly about sexuality. She worked as a documentary filmmaker. Check out the award-winning The House is Black, and adopted a son from a leper colony. Some believe that she prophesied her accidental early death in a car crash in the poem Let Us Believe in the Beginning of the Cold Season. Virginia Woolf, vision. Developing a vision, innovation, limitations. Did Gertrude Stein literally come out in every single pile? I think that was actually, no, that was Audre Lorde came out in the last two piles. Okay. Gertrude Stein came out in the first pile though, I believe. So it's like, this is maybe full circle. Yes, this is full circle. I believe she came out in the first pile, but developing a vision, innovation, limitations. Virginia Woolf, 1882 to 1941. 19, 19, and 22 as a number as well. 25, 2, 5, and 7. She helped usher in a major new literary movement with her stream of consciousness fiction, which focuses intensely on the experience of awareness and moves fluidly among the inner lives of its characters. Her personal life, child-free, sexually liberated, and incisive feminist essays were no less radical. After a lifelong struggle with mental illness, Woolf put stones in her pockets and stepped into the river near her Sussex home. You guys, I have such a cough. 2020 on my timer as I say that. I can't get it cleared. It's like I kind of can't breathe a little bit, but like not like I can't breathe. It's like I can't clear it. And it's really stuffy in here as well. Okay, so let's see what it is that your light does for others. Black Moon, Lilith, and Scorpio. Primal instincts and untamed qualities. For others, you help people step into their power, transform, and realize what their hidden desires are. We have Rising Leo. You help people ascend into confidence and charisma. You help people escape in a healthy way. Their past experiences, like their past problems, you help them build on them with, you have like a sensitivity skill set, and You help people build. You show people how to creatively build on past experiences with skills that they already possess. You show people what it means to be and what it means to possess a loyal, stable, sensual partner in having you. You are that for people. So you show people how to be that for others. We have Sun in Scorpio showing up here. So how we view ourselves, our ego, you have a very healed, like cavernous though, ego. Okay, you're very mysterious, resourceful, passionate, and intense. We have Virgo rising here. Your light intends to show people how to, I'm hearing it's like you show people how to see the painting for the brush strokes. And it's like you show them the steps to take to make it to the end. To get that final picture perfect piece. You show them how to make picture perfect practical. 2317 on my timer as I say that. I know it's like a random number, but that's a lucky number for me. 23 again as I say that. 23 is like my birthday. 23 is my birthday, and 7 is a lucky number, and 1 is a lucky number. So, but 2317 and 2323, just let that resonate where it does for you. 2317 also adds up to 40. 323 on my microwave right now, which is like my literal birthday. But a lot of luck energy here. And it's like if you aren't seeing it, you just need to look for it. It's like all around you. That's interesting. 2404 on my timer as I say that. It's like in your balanced nature, you may, luck is all around you and you are finding balance. So you may just now be able to see all the ways in which it's all around you, but I won't keep pointing it out to you, but it's all around, okay? I won't keep pointing it out to you because Spirit wants you to, I feel, point it out to yourself. Get to the point to where you realize all the ways in which it's around you for yourself. And on the bottom, we have Black Moon, Lilith, and Leo. Primally, instinctually, wildly, you want to create and express yourself. You want to be proud about what you express and what you create. And you want to defy anything and all that hinders that creative expression. This deck smells so good. It smells like a fresh book from Barnes & Noble. It's funny because on the bottom of the deck, as I say that, it says elixir. It's like, simple things like that may be like your elixir at the moment. Just simple pleasures in life. Simple pleasures are your love potion. We have Wings, Lantern, and Eye making an appearance. Ooh! Underneath Wings, we have Safe Space. I accept and respect you for who you are and ask only for the same in return. I just heard You Are the Wind Beneath My Wings. We have Lantern here with Gift. I offer something from the heart, an unexpected blessing to brighten your path. And Friendly on the bottom of the deck is underlying energy, okay? This is a friendly gift with this lantern. I come with warmth and good intentions, bringing joy and light to your life. Now, something to keep an eye out for, eyeball. Okay? People and energies that support you at this time may actually bring chaos in some ways. Just some, not all. So that some may intend to bring you chaos, okay? It says, support. I'm here to support and elevate you while expecting nothing in return. Now, there are these energies around you. This is you, and everybody here for you is here to support you. Every single person. You're going to get support from every single person. However, some of these figures don't expect necessarily nothing in return. It's not that they expect nothing in return. It's just that, as this card reads, they will leave chaos. It says, I'm a magnet for trouble. It's not my fault. I leave a trail of mayhem behind me. And desperate. I'm in a bind and don't know what to do. I may be acting irrationally. So these desperate figures that are supporting you, they're desperate and acting desperately, so irrationally, okay? It's going to cause a trail of chaos in their wake. These figures are also here to support you, okay? Just something to know, I suppose. Let's see what the book has to say about these symbols here, though. Wing, lantern, and eye. When it comes to the wings, keywords are wishes, ambition, and wandering. Wishes, ambition, and wandering, we have safe space. You're wishing for and wandering to a safe space, okay? Next, we have lantern, representing guidance, instinct, and trust. Beneath lantern, we have the gift card. This gift is friendly. Okay, we'll get more about this gift here. Let's see here. What is this gift, Spirit? This gift, 10 of Cups, marriage. Venus, Pisces, root chakra. Happiness, family, happy families, reunion, homecoming, family gatherings. I'm hearing this is all soul family too. Long-term relationships, stability, harmony, domestic bliss. A gift you're being given at this moment, okay, is domestic bliss. You're being given abundant bliss, I'm hearing. Abundant bliss and a return to childhood. You're able to like return to your childhood at this moment in some way. This comes after an abandonment. You had to let go of something. You had reached the limit with something. Okay, you had to look deeper and look for truth. This was after something you believed very deeply and kind of fell through. So we have the eye, representing seeking answers, seeing clearly and paying attention. Underneath that is support, chaos, and desperate. I'm here to support and elevate you while expecting nothing in return. Someone is presenting as that. Meanwhile, they are desperate and intending to create chaos. They are desperate and may unintentionally create chaos. For those who, are feeling like your person is in love with you but unhealed, or this person loves you but is unhealed. Okay, this entity, this energy loves you but is unhealed. I asked, what is the answer you seek to the question? The answer you need to the question you seek. What is the answer you need to the question you seek? I almost wanted to say, what is the answer you need for the answer you seek? And it's almost like you're searching for a missing piece to something. But we get 5 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Unemployment, frustration, adversity, spiritual awareness, faith restored. You've moved past hardship. I'm hearing like you have spiritual assistance in this moment. You have good news and new beginnings, okay? We have Ace of Wands coming out. You are inspired at this moment and like following that inspiration. Tons of fire and like action on this card, okay? We have Sagittarius, Aries, Capricorn. This card reads physically starting something, accepting a challenge, getting in the game, having potential, having talent, that's funny, talent. So I'm getting like this is someone who like, this is like a person who, you had to make a choice that you had to also be enthusiastic about because no one else was enthusiastic for you, and also people that kind of didn't want you to make the choice that you made. And this choice is going to lead to your recognition, okay? it took, you know, it puts you in the energy of wanderlust and withdraw from this person. They're upset because it's like, this is your path and not their path. And also, I'm hearing like pals in a talent show. It's like, this may be like your talent show and this is your best friend, okay, and they're in a different grade, but it's your talent show that you're signing up for, and you decided on the skit, and you decided on the song, and you decided on the dance and the outfits, and this is your best friend though, okay, so they're doing all of that with you, and it's like, but it's your talent show, and you're like the one with all the ideas and stuff, and like, it's come to a point where it's like your talent show is taking you elsewhere, and this person is upset that despite them being your friend, it's now time to, like, you do the talent show on your own. They didn't want you to, like, essentially discover your truth if your truth was, like, meant a truth without them. It's like, they're sad that you're leaving and they want you to be sad that you're leaving, but you're, like, on the ship, like, bon voyage. You know, you don't, it's not that you're not gonna miss them, but it's like they want you to be sad and they want you to wallow in your sadness, and they don't want you to leave. It's like they actually wish you ill will if you can't have it with them. 36 on my timer. $36 on my timer as I say that. Okay, I had to pause that for a second, but as I come back, it's actually 3:36 on my microwave, so just confirmation on that last message. But you had to let go of this after you, like, learned this hard lesson I'm hearing. Okay, and I'm getting, like, you had to learn this lesson the hard way, like, for the both of you, and now they're kind of having to accept that lesson. It's like you were forced into that lesson against your will, like, unjustly. Unjustly just came out naturally, so we'll just leave that there. But, you know, you were forced into this position, like, you didn't necessarily need to be made to learn that, but you were made to learn that. And I just got a Life 360 notification for, like, some new function or something, which is, like, if you don't know, Life 360 is, like, a way for you to, like, track your loved ones through their phones. Okay, you needed to rest so that you could plan for your future, okay? You needed to regroup after this. You had to bring responsibility to the relationship because it was lacking that before. You are innately a leader, and you, like, innately desire recognition. You transform by nature. You transform yourself, you transform others, you transform you and others in relation to each other. You rebel in, like, a very disciplined way. It's funny because we have Uranus and Capricorn coming out, so, like, that's where I got you rebel in a very disciplined way. But then we have discipline coming out in Capricorn, Saturn and Capricorn coming out. Even the way in which you view challenges, you just view challenges as a way, you, like, mountains are just something for you to climb. You know, I'm getting, like, the energy of, like, you're the goat, you're the ram, and it's like, when you meet a mountain, it's just something for you to climb. It's just something you do. That's what you do. Like, you're just out here doing what you do. You're not like, oh, the mountain. Every day I wake up, this mountain, and me, the ram. No. You know, you just wake up and you do what you do, and you have nothing to say about that. You are meant to take on publicly, you know, your reputation is meant to be made around this. Your career is meant to be had around this. A creative endeavor, okay? Spiritual endeavor, compassionate roles. Your luck in your expansion is riding on, is flying on. is flying in on the back of you communicating, you remaining in your confidence, having the courage to remain in your confidence, okay, and being diplomatic, being social. Right now, to others, you are intense. Okay, we have rising in Scorpio coming out. You are intense, mysterious, passionate, resourceful, optimistic, adventurous, independent, philosophical. You are like you are reining in and harnessing luck. Okay, it's like it's powering your power plant at the moment. The way in which you transform right now, it's like very sensual and magical, honestly. Like, it's very glittery and sparkly. We have Pluto in that's cute after I say sparkly. Pluto in Leo. We have Pluto in Taurus, Pluto in Cancer, Pluto in Leo, Pluto in Virgo. So it's like the way in which you are transforming, the way in which you are stepping into your power right now is by being practical, stable, determined, remaining transformative, nurturing, protecting your transformation, nurturing your protection, nurturing your emotional space, protecting your sensitivity. Not being scared, like having the courage to be dramatic, having the courage to be powerful, to stand on the stage and speak, do your oration. You transform after analyzing and being practical, applying practicality to those thoughts. You put I just heard, I don't even know if this is a saying, I just heard like you put paper to the pavement, and it's like that's coming through so many ways. It's like you make plans and then you make plans take off. Okay, I'm seeing like this paper turn into a vehicle and then it like takes off really fast. And it's like also what I'm getting is like the paper also in another sense is like left behind once it meets pavement. It's like plans turn to concrete action. And that concrete turns to like solid foundation. People didn't want to believe in you before because you had you are incredibly compassionate, incredibly sensitive. I'm hearing you keep to yourself and you're quiet, and you may have had like a shy streak. When it comes to your wounds, okay, you have wounds of like emotional security, fear of rejection, and nurturing issues. Okay, you can heal these wounds with emotional vulnerability, caring for oneself and others. Okay, and I just keep seeing you building the ladder with this luck of yours. Okay, you're taking the luck that you have and you're building ladders. You're putting the pegs on. When it comes to your communication and your thinking at the moment, you are, and you're being asked to be, direct, quick thinking, assertive, and bold. I heard strike while the match is hot. You are also, we have Chiron and Taurus here, as well as Chiron and Scorpio, okay? These are things you're healing, wounds you have. Chiron and Taurus discusses security, self-worth, fear of loss. Okay, you can heal this with stability, self-care, and valuing yourself. Chiron and Scorpio deals with power struggles, fear of vulnerability, and intensity issues. You can heal this with transformation, embracing depth, and developing trust. I just heard signs that you can watch out for are simple things from your childhood, okay? Simple things like grass, the smell of grass. Simple things like, when I was a child, the sound of a lawnmower, blah, blah, blah. You know, like whatever it is, this little thing. These are signs you can watch for. Spirit is saying to know that you are on the right track. Signs you can watch for signs you can watch for as compasses to the next, you know, like little shimmy you need to make. Underlying energy here of the signs to watch for. The reason, you know, Spirit's guiding you as you are like dedicating yourself to your craftsmanship and you're honing in your skills and you're honing in your knowledge. Okay, that's why Spirit's like saying, like, okay, like watch out for these signs. We're showing you the way. We're leading you the way. Okay, so the signs to watch out for, we have Earth. Earth as a symbol, okay, in tarot, it corresponds to pentacles, okay? That's material aspects, wealth, practicality, earthly concerns. Oh, wow, you guys. Earth, Kings, 3s and 2s. These are the signs for you to watch out for. Earth, Kings, 3s and 2s. And I just heard 32s and 23. All right, so Kings. Kings represent authority, mastery. You present yourself as mature and commanding. When it comes to 3s, okay, 3s represent growth, expansion, and collaboration. And when it comes to 2s, balance, choices, and partnerships. I want to finish off your reading, pile 3, with some charms. All right, signs for you to watch out for. Signs of confirmation, signs for you to watch out for. And I'm feeling called to tell you just real fast. Okay. First charm is a white cat with a heart on its tushy. The symbol for the picture for your pile is either going to be like a white horse or a white unicorn or something. I was being called to the Last Unicorn movie. It's an older animation. That storyline is highly relevant to you, pile 3. Okay, we have a light bulb coming out. This little like Western pistol, and this just reminded me of Fallout. The series. I've been watching that on Amazon. We have a little fox charm as well. A ship steering wheel, which is awesome. Because I said in the beginning of your reading, pile 3, that you have set sail. Okay, and you are steering this ship. Spirit's like telling you in this moment that you don't need to be so like fearful, or like that you don't need to. I'm just hearing you don't need to know everything. Like, and don't be scared of not knowing everything. Just have more trust, like, about your place and time. Have more faith. You have faith, but have more faith that all the stars are aligned for you, okay? Because you're navigating. You need to trust the stars more, okay? Final words from Spirit. Okay, we have a little bunny with no face, but they have a heart nose. We also have this fairy sitting inside the star, and that's reminding me of the DreamWorks logo. And we have a turtle coming out, like a sea turtle. All right, pile 3, we are going to leave your messages off there for today. If that resonated in any way, please leave a like and your thoughts in the comments below. Ooh, and I love how as I'm wrapping this up, I'm holding a trumpet. If you are a little shy or you don't know what to say, leave a crescent moon emoji or like a night sky emoji or any emoji that you'd like, because you are the captain of this ship. That's the time that you're in. You know, you're in like I'm getting like, this is like sandbox mode for you, okay, in Minecraft. Like, you get to do whatever you want. 353 on my timer has to say that. Pile 3, I am sending you guys so much love and light on this dark night as you set sail. And you guys, I'm holding a darn, are you kidding me? It's a unicorn. The Last Unicorn Song by America, you can look that up too. I keep hearing that. But yes, I'm gonna go for now, guys. Okay, I will see you next time. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye.